Welcome to Christmas Saves. Sprung it on you, did I spook you?
Spook us?
Spooked. Welcome to Christmas Saves. I'm Jake. These are the peeps. I was gonna say the boys. That's not true. Everyone's the boys, but that's not how I want to introduce you guys. The boys, the ladies, the guy,
The guy?
the folks,
The fellas?
the fellas,
Oh, okay.
the OGs. We're getting the
you
different
too.
clicks.
True.
Okay.
And
The furries.
That's just
Yeah.
just the ears. Anyway, so this is Chris Says welcome. Very excited to do some of the stuff. Thanks for hanging out. I mean, you know, this is not a terribly complex program that we put on.
How dare you?
It's
These are snapped onto this hat. That's
they're
complex.
snapped on like a clip-on
Snapped?
tie.
Yeah, they're like
Oh,
snaps.
I thought they were
so
like
I can
stitched
change-
in.
I can change them or put them on a headband.
Yeah, did you guys
That's
miss
fucking
this?
magical.
Yeah.
Wait, the
Taylor did that for you, right?
I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's
She
it's
explained
like
it
buttons.
session one.
Yeah, I gotta
That's
get,
so cool.
Wait, that leaked right out of my brain.
Oh,
if you
yeah.
explain that.
Yeah. It
Because
was,
you
Wait,
had
was
them
it-
taped forever.
Was it on camera
yeah.
or was it like
Wait, I remember
before
this.
the game?
This was
might have
like
been before the
session
game.
2. This was
Yeah.
done.
I'm very
Yeah.
busy
I thought they were taped the whole
orchestrating
time.
masterful
No,
plots.
there's
so
snaps. I gotta get a headband with other things on it in case I don't have the hat. Then I can just wear caddy.
That's amazing.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
Get
All
a
right,
headband
well,
that snaps too.
we're here to do the thing with the good stuff. But first, we have a very well planned ad read for something.
I'll have you know that I prepare 60 hours a week for this ad read. Okay, I'll have you know that
Too much.
I
This should not take that long.
the minute that the stream is done, I think to myself, all right, I did my job. I should don't Matthew McConaughey me. Fuck you.
Your
Matthew
forearms
McConaughey
are way
yourself.
too proportional for you to be Matthew McConaughey. It's like a little T-Rex.
I'll have you know, last week I did not, in fact, right after go and hang out with you guys and get super high. That is anyone who says
No,
that
of course
is
not.
slander, and you'll be hearing from my lawyer. Same
What's your
guy.
lawyer's name?
Mike Lawyer.
Professional.
He's a cloyer? Anyway.
Anyway, so Batman.
We saw it.
That's
After the game last
that-
week,
that's,
we saw it.
That's a
We saw it.
movie. And have you ever watched a Batman movie and gone, I want more dice rolling involved in this Batman?
I have. Yeah,
Jinx.
definitely.
So, why don't you go ahead and follow the link that I'm sure Alex or someone will post in the chat and go to the Batmonk. I'm not the only one not doing my job, apparently. The Batmonk, which is a wonderful homebrew creation created by none other than our fabulous DM, Jake. You can throw thematically themed things at people.
Thematically themed.
Thematically themed. I prepare, okay? I'm like
They're batarangarangs.
I'm like William Shakespeare. I choose my words
I
carefully.
thought you were going to say Shatner.
I did too.
About the same. At the DM's discretion, you can get a vehicle themed after whatever your theme is.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
other things. Has William Shatner ever done Shakespeare? Because his
Oh,
Shatner
definitely
ever
there's
done
a
that?
Hamlet
Yeah,
out
right?
there.
William-
Shatner or something.
Shatner doing
No.
iambic pentameter would be excellent.
Okay, but what about him doing a Batman voice?
Ooh. Someone
William
hit him up on
Shatner's
Twitter.
Batman.
Ignore the rest of his feed though. It's dog shit. Wasn't he about to do a show on RT before RT got taken the
Oh,
fuck
boy.
down?
I don't keep up on Shatner news.
Do you think William Shatner is
Honestly.
a fan of oh my god, I can't think of his name. RT guy. Holy shit.
Borger
it's
King?
left my-
Borger?
Borger King.
Maupin. Caleb Maupin.
Caleb Muffin. Wow, that just
Whose
left my
secret
brain.
identity is actually Batman, which is interesting. It's a secret identity.
He doesn't have time to learn what Burger King is.
That's why he calls everyone degenerates.
He's just Rorschach.
Batman doesn't like jazz
Muffin
music.
as
So.
Rorschach is the funniest
He's just
idea.
he's just a conservative that thinks he's like a revolutionary.
Yeah.
Oh my
We gotta get rid of all the degenerates.
All this filth.
The filth. When you're calling folks filth, I think maybe it's time to reconnect. And if you would like to fight for justice, yes, it is $1, by the way. The Bat Monk is $1. All the subclasses that I make are $1 because we don't need more than that. But yeah, it's really cool. It helps support the channel. This custom table. Slap it. Give it a slap. Solid. You can't knock stuff off. Just slap. You a little hit. Come on.
Don't slap on the mat.
Okay, that's more of a pat, but that's fine.
We
That was
appreciate the
purchased by people supporting the homebrews and stuff like that. More to come as these guys and their classes sort of evolve and secrets are divulged. We will release those. It'll be a lot of fun. So thank you if you have purchased it.
I was just gonna say, I'm really curious whatever your thing is, because I still don't know.
No one does, but us two.
Okay,
Yep.
I'm excited
We
to
are
get
the
a
two
look at that.
humans
Yeah, I
that
don't
know.
even fucking know.
Yep.
Interesting. Oh, by the way, what do you want me to do an ad for next week so I don't forget?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Oh, this'll end well. Tune in next week for another finely tuned ad.
We have a whole week.
You should set like
You
a
underestimate my ability to
reminder.
ignore things I'm supposed to do.
Because we have smartphones and you can like set a weekly reminder.
Yeah, you could like set a timer.
That's
like an
ridiculous.
alarm
The
thing.
only thing I have
Yeah.
timers for are my medications.
And
that's it.
chicky nuggies in the oven.
I have
Microwave.
timers for everything.
I was gonna say you should probably just throw some in the microwave.
No,
and then
no way
here's
chicky
the
nuggies
beep.
go in the
No,
oven.
you gotta put those in the oven.
Chicky
Oh.
nuggies.
And I
Unless
love
she
it.
just waits for the oven to beep.
Anyway, so
I feel like these are getting less polished at the beginning.
well, you prepped for others.
Yeah,
So,
it does,
it-
it does
that'll
help
happen.
to-
It's been known to happen.
it's a refining process.
Last we gathered. The story that we have been telling led us to the festival of Vadaval, a cultural celebration held by the city's population of hobgoblins, a rich culture deeply shaped by the loss of entire generations in a tragedy they call the Day of Orphans. At this event, the group were hired by the son of a merchant, the hobgoblin they call Feruz, to provide protection while attending Vadaval. This event went mostly as planned, save for a few drunken folks and one tense moment of a child choking on some fair food. The group stayed mostly professional during the event, imbibing their punch responsibly, and only taking part in a few of the many super fun games and entertainment that had been prepared for the event.
Don't condition us to be afraid of fun!
That was not a comment on the play.
Sure it wasn't.
As the festival slowed and the drunken mass... I'm just reporting on what happened. As the festival slowed and the drunken masses ended their evening of celebration, the group got a chance to discuss more business with Feruz, paying for your services and seeming to be a promising lead for more business in the future. Our session begins in the morning of the following day. Your coin purses a little heavier from the night's earnings. A gloomy day greets you as you all wake from your individual slumbers within the warehouse of 8-4 Bayside. Fog hangs over the city, shrouding the taller structures in the distance in a thick gray haze. Nonetheless, the day is yours. What would you like to do? You awake in the morning?
This music is ominous.
Well, I already had supplies. I finally went grocery shopping, so I'm gonna try to make breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
Like an English breakfast or something.
An English breakfast.
Yeah.
Does Sarah know it's an English breakfast?
Isn't it like you got beans and toast,
Some
and
beans
I
and
know there's
toast?
like a protein, like
Usually
probably a
sausage.
or something. Yeah, like that kind of.
So you got beans, toast, sausage, eggs.
Yeah.
Usually the beans are way too close to the eggs, in my opinion. Usually you have like slices of fucking tomato, like chunks of
Is that
tomato.
actually a thing?
Yeah, and I love tomatoes, but not like that. I don't know. And sometimes there's other stuff, but yeah, you can go ahead and make that for everybody. So in the morning, if you'd like to use one of your food things. You can make a basically a cooking roll, which would be a D20 plus proficiency.
What do I add to that? Wait, just 5.
Or not proficiency. Wait, are you proficient in cooking?
No. The whole point was that I'm learning.
I would say because of the way that you approach cooking, without sense or smell or taste, it would be strictly intelligence.
Okay.
There would not
Understanding.
be the feel that you would get from wisdom. So go ahead and just add intelligence, no proficiency.
Okay. So that would be 16.
16. Okay, so as you rouse in the morning, getting your things together, even down in the what are we even calling it down there? I don't know what we're calling it. The downstairs area. That
The dungeon.
it's
more like
it's
a lab, but
it's
yeah.
like
The lab.
it's like a 20 by 10
Look,
little
don't
dungeon.
shame it for its size.
It gets the job done, but
It's a girthy
It's a
dungeon.
sedan.
it's not got a lot
It's
of girth.
reliable.
It is reliable, however, as it is simply a basement. So, you all start to smell early on in the morning the meaty sense of cooking and sizzling sausages, of hot toast, and the table that's in your warehouse is set with. I'm assuming part of the grocery shopping was getting simple plates and things.
Yeah.
Like tin plates that could be reused and everything. You don't have access to running water here. So for none of this, do you need necessarily water? But the cleanup is an
Okay.
interesting thing. But you have.
I think it is funny to imagine that she got up early, walked across to the
to
nagging
Sea
clam,
Dog.
brought the tea kettle, filled it with water, and came back.
Okay, so you do that, and in the morning as you walk in, that sort of walking into the nagging, but it's still playing.
Interesting.
Okay. Yeah, it's still Bluetooth connected to my phone. No, it's coming out of my phone. Never mind.
Oh,
Probably died.
Why did it die though? It's plugged in.
is it
The charger broke.
plugged in correctly?
Yeah, it's plugged in. I don't know. Do I have a button on here? Anyway, we'll just do it here. It's fine. I got full charge. You can hear that fine, right?
It's a little quieter.
It's a little quieter, but yeah, it's a quiet part of the song anyway. So you walk over to Sea Dogs, and it's early. It just opened,
Yeah.
and Sea Dog is there. You can hear he's in the back because he's the one that sort of like does the day's sort of meal that they sell. Usually it's something to do with clams or something. Some sort of chowder that's going on, and you can hear him clanking in the back, and he goes, "Just a second," as he hears the door open, and you walk in, and what do? You just walk back?
Yeah. I'll walk towards the.
There's like a bar, and then there's a behind area, and there's like a swinging
I'm
door
not
behind
gonna-
the bar that he walks back to cook in.
Yeah, I'm not gonna walk.
I don't think you've
into
ever been in the
bar
kitchen.
Or the kitchen. No, I'm just gonna
Okay.
walk up to like the counter.
You walk up to the counter, okay. He walks out after a second, taking a towel and sort of wiping his hands and throwing it on the back sort of shelf that's behind the bar.
Good morning.
Morning.
Would I be able to get some water from here?
Yeah.
I just need to fill this kettle.
As you hold a kettle.
Yeah. We don't have water next door, so
Are you all sleeping there?
yes.
All right. You guys are here a lot. If you come in the morning, there's nobody else here. I don't want them to think they can do whatever they want. You just walk around the back and go through the door. There's a little faucet.
Thank you very much.
You go over, and the faucet is a faucet. As you push through, there's a kitchen space back here. It has like wooden tables. There's an iron sort of range oven, very similar to what you guys got going on in the warehouse. that currently has like this steaming pot on it that you can hear sort of like gurgling. And you see some leftovers of like prep, some kind of vegetables and things. And opposite that, on the other side, is a small faucet. It's sort of a... they had plumbing here for some time, and it has been restored over the course of the 30 years, but it was kind of a novelty back in the day, and it doesn't seem like it's been updated since that was a novelty, so it's like a very sort of rudimentary, like the pipes are showing. It's not like meant for like a beauty. It's function almost only, and it's got this sort of like... You ever been in an old cabin with like a sink that's got like just old shit in there? It's like that, but it's been wiped away a little bit, so like the sides are grimy, but you don't give a shit, and you just go, and you sort of open the valve, and water starts to come out, just whatever temperature it's going to be. Right now, it's cold.
Yeah.
And it comes out at first, and as you open it, it goes, well, you gotta let it run for a second, and it goes,
Oh.
and then it runs, and it gets rid of that like rust buildup that was there for a second. And it comes out, and it's mostly clear. It doesn't look like it's going to harm anybody, especially if you boil it. And he closed it and walked back out, and he goes, yeah, I just come back. If I'm here, it's fine.
Thank you very much.
Absolutely. And feel free to come here to eat, too.
We might do that for a few meals.
The cook would appreciate it. And you walk out. And when you get back, you steep some tea. Everybody starts waking up from the smells and the noises and the just being rested. What do I do? By the way, this is an extended rest, so you guys do get the temporary hit points and things.
This is my eye.
So roll them hit dice.
It's... oh wait, we have two.
A number
dice.
of hit dice equal to your proficiency bonus. Not equal to your level. It's pretty strong early and it tapers off, but that's kind of...
I was like, if it was
Holy
equal to your
shit.
level, that would be nuts.
yeah.
It'd be 19 at level 19.
It'd be double hit
like-
points every
Yeah.
day. It's just a little bit of a... You know,
I'm not going to complain about extra 10 hit points.
I do need to remember that we have two hit dice now. Wow, these are shitty. Where are the good ones?
what do
Both
you mean?
those markers are trash.
I have some marker options.
I think I do.
Did you take them all?
Yeah, to see what they are like.
You got a flicker. You flickered it!
Sorry. I have
What's
lots
that?
of markers.
Oh, we have other markers though.
This one's dry.
Dry? Someone spit on it. I got these new. That sucks. I haven't even used these. You sure they don't need... No, it's not. Is it?
Oh, I like that these have erasers on them.
Yeah, it's dry. Fuck. Worked at the beginning. Anyway. Yeah, whatever works for you guys.
Yeah,
I like
these are right
this.
nice.
Oh, I have a little trash thing down here. If you got anything that's not working, give me. Anyway, so you're awake in the morning. What do you guys want to do other than Isabella? As she sort of prepares breakfast and sets the table for you guys.
I'll just sit down at the table and kind of wait and
Okay.
wake up.
Pretty much.
Okay. So you are at the table. Sort of, she starts passing this out, and she did a pretty good job with this. And with a 16 with anything, on the breakfast here, we're not gonna give a bonus yet, but if you continue to maintain sort of a standard of quality, things will start going. Why don't you mark down somewhere one like cooking point or whatever you want to call it? Just mark it down, in whatever way is easiest for you to remember. Preferably something you can keep track.
I'll keep a tally right here.
With erasable marker?
It dries eventually.
Okay. All right.
Well, I know we talked to oh god, what's the guy's name? We just saw him.
Peruse.
Farouz. I know Farouz mentioned if we are able to do a delve and bring some stuff to him, he would help sponsor. I am able to get us down there in an unsanctioned dive if we would like.
Why aren't we going about trying to find someone who can sponsor us?
Well, Farouz can. He just asked that we bring something to him first. If we would like to look for other avenues that would allow us to...
Well, I mean, isn't there any official way to apply for sponsorship?
there are various people that we could talk to and try and get sponsorship.
I think we'd have to look official enough.
I'm
But
probably not gonna sponsor many people without experience. Also, I couldn't see them wanting to hire someone who has no experience in that.
It would be difficult. We would presumably have to gain credibility with them in some way.
Right. Why sponsor someone if they've never done it before? Because then if they die, you just wasted your time.
Yeah.
are we sure that this is within our capabilities?
We're level 2.
Yeah.
If we would like to do other things, we can absolutely wait. I am not looking forward to going down into death hole. So if we want to do other things, by all means.
I must admit, I worry about delving into such a place with my brother's injury, and
It's gonna have to happen eventually. There's no way around it.
If we would like to just take smaller jobs in the meantime and kind of sharpen our skill, we can do this.
I like the idea that there's no way around it in Isaac's mind.
Well,
It's like, there's lots of opportunities elsewhere.
Well,
You can
no, I'm
start a
just saying,
bank.
like,
I don't know.
eventually, I'm gonna have to go
Go
down
get-
there at some point.
finish
like,
your
it's
degree.
Gonna happen. Become a real fucking doctor.
Yeah.
how close are you to getting back to the research that you had before?
Well, I'm not very close. If I'm being honest. The only thing I can really do is get more money to get more supplies.
But if you had time to work on it, do you think it would fix your leg?
That is the goal, yes. I don't know if it would work. I don't know. I've not tried the new one yet.
It's certainly not there yet, but
No, absolutely not. I'm probably maybe 20% done with what I need to do. And that's just a guess.
I just don't want us to rush into things.
Well, it's kind of how. I mean, do we have a choice?
Literally, yes.
Yes, do we?
Yes.
Okay, well, what are they?
Well, we can do more jobs. I can always go to the deli and find us other jobs. Stealing, more protection work,
Well,
running drugs.
Do you
Can't
know
do anything
any
illegal.
legal activities?
We're already under watch.
Why?
Because we're already under watch.
If
We've already done illegal things.
Yes, but
If our goal is to establish a reputation and perhaps convince somebody to sponsor us, it would be good if we did things above the board.
also,
That does make sense. We could have a actual list of
well,
a resume of sorts.
my brain's dumb.
Why?
also, the cops did literally come to our place already. If we start doing illegal things and someone catches wind of that, it's even worse for us.
Well, muscle work is not inherently illegal. What we did last night was not illegal. We provided the bodyguard services for a businessman. That was legal.
Right, but I'm just gonna keep doing the bodyguard thing.
There's also transportation. I do not know. I'm giving options. I am the one who lives in the city. If you have other ideas, I am open to hear them. I am just telling you the ways that I know to make money.
I guess we could do things like smuggling.
Again, we're trying to keep it legal. No smuggling is not legal per se.
Also, we do have this warehouse and a sign outside. If we wanted to open a business of some sort, we could do that. Solve problems for people that are more, less sketchy, I guess.
I did have a thought of doing something along those lines. You could open a clinic.
Not a
Come to my warehouse. It's safe.
come to my warehouse and be seen by a not real doctor.
I'm just saying, poor people will they need medical treatment, and it is not cheap typically.
I think it would still be illegal for him to practice medicine without a license.
What is the state of medical licensing in this city?
You're not sure, but it sounds illegal.
Probably find someone to forge you a medical certificate. I am just saying.
How much do you think that would cost?
It all ends up in crime at the
Yeah, it all just circles back to crime.
I do not know if you know this,
cycle
but I
of
am playing
poverty.
a criminal.
You don't think though that if you tried to provide medical services for
No
poor
one's gonna say a
people,
fucking word.
probably no one gives a shit. Also,
But
the
that's
profit's
not very lucrative.
well. Is the nature of helping poor folk?
Yeah.
You would
It's
need
not
to hire-
necessarily a
The other
capitalist
problem,
endeavor.
I literally have no fucking medical supplies but a healer's kit.
You do have the healer's kit, which, by the way, it is important to note that I don't think this was clear last time we went through the cycle with you, because that is part of it. You can use the one charge and an action of the healer's kit to stabilize someone in that.
Okay.
And bring them to 0 hit points, which is considered on the brink. It's all in the thing, but I was just reading through it the other day, and you had expressed when we started this a little bit of apprehension because you don't have a cleric or whatever, but you are capable of, and anyone else is capable of trying. You are the only proficient,
Yeah.
of course, so it wouldn't be the best, but
If we really wanted to seek out work, we could perhaps, I vaguely know Remnant Simon, we could maybe see if the church needs anything done. I believe he also has the capability to theoretically, if I remember correctly,
You do-
sponsor
you do
people.
you do know you've not been to the only way up, which is the apparatus through which delving sort of moves. You do know that the cult of the Shatter God is active in that space, but as sponsors, they don't send priests down there usually, at least to your knowledge.
So if we could perhaps get our foot in the door there to provide potential opportunity, if we wanted to contact him and see if they needed anything done.
Sure.
Not a bad idea. Couldn't hurt.
Let's
Do
do
you
that.
think it would pay well?
Better than not doing anything if our other option is not doing illegal things, because that is pretty much my forte. I do not know. Unless you want to go work in factory. That might be fun for you too. Like poverty tourism. Ooh.
Secret boss.
Secret boss, poverty.
See the Kim Kardashian tweet? Did you? Just work hard. Just work hard.
work hard.
Like some
just
people-
girl boss your way to the top.
Girl boss
Yeah,
your way to
just
the
work
top.
hard.
I
All it
think
takes.
Isaac's intellect would be wasted in a factory.
You think everyone who works at factory is dumb?
Possibly?
I don't know why I ask you questions sometimes. It is illuminating, but in a scary way, like blacklight.
What is a blacklight?
It's a light frequency. It's on the much bluer end of the spectrum. It is close to ultraviolet.
When were
I think.
black lights invented?
Also, how do you know about the light spectrum?
I read books. Why do you think I'm an idiot?
What's
I
your-
have said multiple times I read books. It is in my character.
You're
What-
not
what's your
very
intelligence
good
at,
at
actually?
writing.
My intelligence is 14.
Yeah.
I'm not an idiot.
Yeah, super smart.
1935. Blacklights.
Black lights exist in this universe. It's
Wait,
roughly
really?
1940s technology. All
Oh,
about
you
black
do not
lights.
know what black lights are. Now who is stupid?
I feel like
I don't know that they were scanning hotel rooms for them on
Yeah.
YouTube, but
Sometimes you go into.
they're also probably not commercially available. But
You've never been to one of the dens where you would smoke the halfling root and they have the black lights and the posters. Well,
I can't say I've I have.
That should be
no.
a spell.
That shouldn't be a spell.
Black light.
Do you know of any of those in town?
Actually, yes.
Wow!
My friend lives above
He was like
Smoke
drugs.
Den at the hang houses. Yes.
Oh, great. Wonderful.
I can show you sometime if you would like. That would be
That would
fun.
be useful to know.
That's a good memory, by the way. Good job.
I remember the things you say.
Yeah, you just asked me basic information like I forget it already because I'm stupid.
I was asking about Remnant Simon being.
No, that was before that. You remember that? I don't know. Maybe it was you. I don't know. Anyway.
We're
Good
different.
memory.
We're
none-
different
It was a
people.
compliment.
He sees all women and thinks we
I
look the same.
guess so.
Fucking misogynist.
You're all just fucking holes, okay?
I'm the one
Yes,
with the
but,
penis.
International Women's Day
I
was
forget that
yesterday.
genuinely.
Me too, actually.
I don't even think about
I
Good.
straight up do
That's
forget
good.
that.
you said that. And I was like, nah. Oh,
Wait, oh yeah.
Yep. Me too. I was like,
I was gonna like argue with it. Anyway, which I guess is a validating
No, that's
impetus.
good. You're right. No penis. And I'm whole.
Animal.
Amhole. Anyway, continue. That derailed.
Covers
Shocker.
and saves.
We only hang out all together once a week, so
All the lewd shit just comes out.
we should really get here at 4 so we can just get this work it
I'm
out.
still
You know.
sleeping at that point.
That was too.
That's very healthy. That's very good.
I only got 2 hours of sleep, okay?
You know,
She was on TikTok and then she left the bed.
I couldn't sleep!
Because you were on TikTok?
No, I even got off my phone, laid there, and closed
Anyway.
my eyes. I was high and I couldn't sleep. And
Anyway, would you like to go speak to one of the people at the church?
Oh, yeah.
I suppose so.
All
such
right.
a bad idea.
We should do that.
Well, that is good. Everyone try to be on goodish behavior.
Not to be that hard.
No opium.
Is the church against drug usage?
I can't imagine they like it very much. They're a church. They tend to be kind of. I'm not the biggest fan, but they do good things for the poor sometimes. So you know.
Are they a church or a cult? Because they call themselves the cult.
Correct, but
I'm not getting it.
I'll go get it.
I'm getting up
I'll
in the
get up.
hammock and.
I like blue hair. I'll go answer the door.
Okay, you walk over to the door. You just open it. It doesn't have like a view hole
Yeah,
or anything.
I
Although
just open
maybe
it.
you
Who
could
just
install a
fucking
view
stab
hole.
one in?
You
We
could.
should do
Ching,
that.
ching, ching, ching.
We should
Stab
put
it.
a
It's like a
chain.
crack in the wood.
We should
How
put-
is that?
We should put a chain on the door.
Sure. You guys can
Anyway.
think about these security protocols later.
no,
right now, all
I
you have is
will-
like a slide lock.
I
So you
will
go,
just go open the door.
and you open the door in towards yourself. And standing there is a young woman, maybe a half elf. You can't quite tell. Little, sort of a bob of blondish hair, sort of covers the ears, sort of curly, and a little hat, sort of like a Newsies cap, in this like gray, and a gray uniform, slacks, a button-up coat, not dissimilar from Ink's, sort of a, what do you even call those? It's just a leather coat, but like kind of a style. I forget the style. What is that called? Bomber jacket, sort of. Kind of a bomber jacket. It's like a warm, hardy thing. Satchel, again, not dissimilar from Ink. Boots, sort of strung up, and an emblem on her chest of an eagle carrying a parcel. This is
The mail.
This is the mail. She goes, "Hello,
Good morning.
good morning. Well, I got some mail. For, the normal guy's not here. You work here?
Yes.
Okay. Well." And she hands you a single letter, and it says, it's just a plain brown envelope with the address written on it. I couldn't figure out how to print onto the envelope, so I'm not going to. It just would look shitty if I gave it to you like that, but there it is.
All right.
And it has a little stamp. It doesn't have a return address, but it has a little stamp. She goes, okay, well,
Thank you very much.
see you soon.
You have a nice morning.
You as well. And she sort of looks in. Hi.
I
And then she walks away.
close the door.
Yeah, she walks away.
And as soon as I close the door, I turn around and I'm opening the envelope.
Okay, and within the envelope is this.
Did we get mail?
Apparently, but she said it was for a man that is usually here.
No, she didn't say it was for a man. She was surprised.
That was a long letter.
And inside of that letter, I will read aloud
Uh,
in the voice of the person who wrote it.
oh.
It is written in Scripture, the path of wholeness shall not be walked, but crawled. Words like this aid in times of difficulty. You see, the Lord teaches us not to avoid or sidestep the obstacles in our path, but to meet them head on, move through the obstacles and overcome. That which is laid before the Lord is his to claim. We ought to let the words guide us, our path, yes, but it is we who crawl it. And on that long and arduous crawl, there are times of ease and times of comfort. Times where we're blessed with new friends and welcome the birth of new siblings. Times where the seeds of our common trust can begin to grow heartily in the fertile depths of our souls. Of course, as we age, we come to realize that times of ease are often just preludes to times of difficulty. These times yield words that unsettle and confuse, adding complexities to simple men's lives. Words most unsettling have reached this preacher's ear, and complexities now royal in his mind. I will not add to these complexities, so let me be very direct. You have come into possession of many things that were not yours to be given. I would not ask that you relinquish such things, however, because if I wish to be known as one kind of man, it would be that of the pragmatist. The dispute over land has never one time ended in all parties in agreement, so it is not one that I'd like to begin. I suspect you too will find such a thing quite agreeable. However, you have something else in your possession that doesn't belong to me, and so I cannot forgive its theft, intentional or otherwise. In our conversations, one-sidedly honest as they were, I did not read in you the traits of unreason. It is on this assumption and by the grace I have found through the Lord that you find yourselves reading this story instead of learning its moral. What I ask of you is simple. Return what is mine from your coffer, and we begin this relationship anew, and with the good will of good folk. I expect a prompt response from professionals such as yourselves. I shudder to ponder the lengths the Lord would have me go to extract the value of such a debt, and to do so from souls with such virility. In wholeness, Reverend Gill.
What do we have of his?
Was this addressed to us?
Yes,
Elaine?
it's to you at the warehouse.
That's what I'm trying to.
Or is it just the warehouse address?
It
or
seems
did have
pretty
a
ob-
name?
No, it seems pretty obvious it's to you. It just didn't have your names on it.
Yeah. I
Is
mean,
he perhaps talking about Mistress?
I don't know.
He owned the warehouse that she was being brought to
Right.
and escaped from.
Was there anything else on the cart also that we had brought into? Yeah, Mr. Rossi?
Not that I remember.
The wife.
I was wondering, that could also be.
That was supposed to be taken care of already.
We do
If I
not
remember
know what
correctly.
we
We
meant
have
by
no
taken care
confirmation.
of, though.
Doesn't seem like it's the wife. It was an object.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only thing we,
It said the theft, intentional or otherwise.
which makes me think mistress. That's really the only thing, right?
Should we make Mr. Rossi aware of this, considering his involvement in this situation?
It might be a good idea.
Can I see the letter? Thank you.
Regardless, I don't think there is a way we could give Mistress back now, so.
I do not disagree. I do not want him to possess her either way, but
There was another one that got free, wasn't there?
the one that we fought
Mhm.
in here early, I thought.
Or did we take care of
I
that?
thought
Mistress
ate
ate.
that one. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Right. I got nothing else but Mistress.
Mistress, is there any way you could be forced against your will to serve someone?
No. Not unless it was through magical means that I or you cannot resist, but no. I don't believe that it is me.
What else could it be?
Well, I am not held within your coffers, and he had no reason to expect me. You did not display us at all. No
I
one
didn't-
knew of us.
Well, I didn't know if he could tell in some way, but
Oh, I suppose maybe that could be, but don't you think he'd be a bit more direct about it while we were standing in front of him?
I guess so. Is he talking about the money that we took from the lockbox?
Money.
It seems not worth it.
Was that all we got from that lockbox? I can't remember. I didn't open it, so I don't write it down.
I believe it's the one that was in the warehouse, you mean? The lockbox?
Yeah, the lockbox, right? It was like
Yeah,
a
the
little
Or
like
is
bit
he
of money.
was it
talking
just-
It
about
had
the
money and the key to the
It seems like he doesn't
trapdoor.
care about the warehouse.
Yeah, the key to the trapdoor was in there. And the key to the safe, right?
No, there wasn't a key to the safe. We had
Oh,
to
you guys
unlock,
had to unlock it.
He said that it wasn't his, but he couldn't forgive its theft.
Yes.
It is not possible he means the goo you drank, is it? Is that still in you?
He willingly
Have you pooped
went
anything
to
that looks like
he
goo?
gave it to
No.
him.
Yeah, it was
He did give
willingly.
it to me, and it was his to give.
Unless he considers the goo separate from himself, even though he becomes the goo. I do
don't
not know.
think it's the goo.
Hmm.
This feels like more than money. Was there anything magical that we took?
Not that I know of.
Not that I took.
I didn't take anything.
Is it maybe the moon chips
From what?
from the boy's leg?
That wasn't his.
That wasn't his.
Yeah, it said it wasn't his.
But I don't think he would even care about that. It's just moon chips from a wound. It's not something someone else owned before him.
You think about it, it doesn't seem like there's something that comes to mind that adds up to this. It seems like you didn't know you took it or have it.
Well,
But he knew about it, being the former owner of the warehouse.
Is there something hidden here?
that's a good possibility. I mean, we haven't really looked.
Should we do another search?
Investigate for
Yeah.
like hidden.
Yeah,
see if there's
we're-
anything hidden, I guess. Just anywhere.
Hidden where?
In the floorboards or the ceiling or
The walls.
Downstairs.
walls, hollow walls,
Go around
anything?
and tap the walls.
Floors, walls, ceiling,
Yeah.
downstairs.
Sure.
Everyone roll investigation checks.
Fuck that one. I'm actually good at investigation, and then
26.
Oh, you use
I roll
this?
a
Yep.
5. Owie, owie.
26.
26. Not 20.
It's a D6, right? Yeah. Or D4 right now.
D4.
I can't remember. It's not on my thing.
It's not on there.
It's not on my like character sheet.
Why not? It should say the value of the dice right on there. A number of dice next to it, and then the D4s.
Oh,
Bottom
I
middle?
didn't write it down. That's why. Because I
Well,
removed
that's
my
not.
sheet.
Oh, that's your fault.
Anyways, it was like 13.
13. Okay. So
5.
floors, walls, ceiling,
17.
and downstairs. Okay. Floors. Floors. They don't seem hollow. They seem sturdy, and then you get to the trapdoor, which is the only place that seems like that area basically is the only place that seems Oh, nothing seems out of place. Walls. You don't find anything secret. You just find the evidence of wear and like boxes pushed up and the scratches of stuff moving around. The ceiling and the rafters and stuff. You're up there a lot. The ceiling itself is basically just the inside of like it's even just like slightly pitched. It's mostly flat on top. It just has some pitch to get the rain off of it, and it doesn't seem abnormal. You do see a few paw prints that seem to sort of like walk up the side of one of the things and then sort of slide down a streak. Apparently climbing, but not really able to climb that well. And when you go downstairs, you head down the ladder and you see Isaac sort of set up. You see the different things he has going on, and the only thing down there that seems to have any secret behind it would be that sort of wall vault. I'm assuming you walk over there?
Yeah.
As part of a thorough natural 20 investigation. You open it up. It's staying ajar since you guys don't have a key for it yet. Or did
No,
you
we
get
do.
it?
We do.
You got a key? Okay.
Yeah.
Isaac and I have keys to it.
Right, okay. So you open it up. And you look in there, and it's just basically like a dark hole. About this big. In the wall. And you look in there for a second, and you smell something. With a natural 20, you smell the distinct smell of shit. Like a fart that won't go away.
Okay, I'm gonna go get the others.
Is he face fucking shoes up there?
Yeah, absolutely he is.
You could hear little thumps.
Oh, it's also.
Oh, maybe it was you.
Oh.
It's me thumping my
Don't
feet.
thump then.
Sound.
No thumpies.
Yeah, I'm going to get the others before I
Okay.
reach you.
So you grab the others real quick, and you sort of, it's like a, hey, and you all sort of stand around the opening of the thing and look down.
Yes.
You-
I was checking out the safe in the wall again, and there's an odor coming from. Almost like something was living in there.
Now that you think about it, it did smell like that, but you just thought that's how it smelled here?
Yeah, it's
And it smells better than it smelled at the hanghouses. And you don't smell. But you haven't really been out here much. It does sort of...
well. Did you find out what the smell is coming from?
I did not want to stick my arm blindly into a dark hole. No.
It seems to go back a little bit further than your arm could even reach.
Do we have a lantern? I'll put it on a stick and
Mr.
hold it up.
Buttons,
Oh, that.
would you be able to crawl into that hole for us?
From the rafters, it sort of like... You know those things that you throw against the wall and they sort of go...
Yeah.
and fall down the... Sort of goes down and then walks over.
I'm gonna give him a nice little pat. Feed him a tiny piece of raw sausage from the morning. And then I'm gonna gaze of two minds.
And two of the eyes that look similar to Isabella's sort of... As
That
hers
is-
go black
That's
and
unsettling.
oozy.
I can't see from myself right now, only from Mr. Button. So if someone could help me,
So Mr. Button starts to
I
head
just
down.
stand there like.
And you take him over and put him into the thing? Okay. So you put him in. And he sort of turns back and goes, like, what do you want me to do?
Go forward and see if you can see anything.
Does he have dark vision?
Just a cat.
That's why I don't know.
Walks forward a little bit. And you can see there is, there's a bit of a more brightness there for you
Do you have
as you look through the cat's senses. But it's not like terribly sharp because you're not in control of him, so his eyes sort of like
Dart around.
looking around, and as he walks forward, there's like 3 feet or so, like as much as you could stick your arm forward, and then there's another distance, like it goes deeper,
What if it's like a tunnel?
and then you see something shift at the back.
There's something in there.
You hear?
Mr. Buttons, you can keep going forward.
Roll persuasion check.
Oh, fuck. This dice hates me.
He's a cat.
3, so persuasion. 6.
Okay. It was a 5 to get him to walk forward a little bit when he's a little spooked. Very trepidatiously. It moves a little bit again. And walks forward.
It's not like fabric.
It seems like a black
Fucking
fabric.
tunnel.
Mr. Buttons, it's just fabric. Should be safe to keep going.
Sort of pushes his head past the fabric, probably elongating his neck a little bit more than bringing his body. And it looks like a dug tunnel, like wide enough to where you could crawl through, like a dug out tunnel.
Should I keep getting him to go forward?
It goes off for a distance in sort of a downward.
Because it's a lot farther than we thought.
Huh, is it big enough that like we could fit in it, or just?
You think so, yeah.
Well, we
Does anyone have a
probably-
lantern?
What, there's
I did not have one
should be
on
some
me.
torches in the warehouse, right?
I don't know.
Do you have any torches?
They were on the wall in the
Scholars
Dwarven Forge,
packing
so I
up
just
all
kind of
that
assumed.
We did have like
did
one
not.
lantern downstairs, I think.
You have a
right?
lantern.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sure.
I know you have a lantern in one of your packs.
Yeah.
So, are we going to crawl in?
Well, it is connected to the place we are staying, and couldn't hurt to know where it
Yeah.
leads or what could possibly be down there.
I would be willing to go. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Sure.
if it's something that we need to
Can
do to
Mr.
keep
Buttons
it safe,
smell what
then-
it smells like down here?
Do you want to switch to a smell?
Yeah.
It smells like shit.
Is it getting
Which is
stronger?
interesting. As you do this, you haven't smelled in some time. It's very overwhelming for you to suddenly, like with cat senses, have a whiff
Like
of
keen
something.
It's like
smell.
nothing to fucking.
There's no like lurching, like you're not gonna hork anywhere because you don't have that mechanism in your body.
Yeah.
But it is, you very quickly switch off back
Yeah.
to the site as you're like, that was
Well, that was
unpleasant.
dreadful.
Oh, dreadful. Great word.
Smelling
even-
worse back there.
Don't even know how to describe it, but it was definitely intense.
Well, we should probably either follow Mr. Buttons or bring him back and go ourselves. Either one works, but I think we definitely need to explore it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like a shit smell and not like a gas smell,
Do you want
right?
to go down and smell it?
Kind of. I'm curious if
Crawl
we.
in
I'm
the hole.
curious. I have
Crawl
dark
in
vision.
the
I'm
hole.
curious if we are concerned if we put a lantern in there that's like fire. If it's like a gas thing.
Sure.
I'll go in.
So you go down and you move aside. And are you crawling all the way in there?
I will. Yes, I will crawl in.
Alright, so
If I die, do not lock my body in horrifying hole.
you get up and sort of like scoot your way in there, and it's like tight. Like you kind of can't move your elbow. You kind of have to do this move, and so there's immediately like you're closed in, and then the gate's back there, and you have intrusive thoughts of what if they shut the gate? What if they shut the gate? What if they shut? And you sort of squeeze, and like you can't even roll over in this. Like if you rolled, you just hit the top. You are stuck in this position, which is uncomfortable, and it does smell. Again, sort of like a fresh toot, and you can see with your dark vision a sort of like a black piece of very black fabric that seems to be just like put up so that if anyone looks back through there, it looks like just darkness.
does the smell doesn't smell like gas? Well, I mean, it smells like,
smells like fart.
but it doesn't
Smells like
smell
shit.
like methane or anything that would be flammable.
It doesn't smell. It's not that concentrated. It's not like
Okay.
choking you. It's,
Okay. All right, I think it's a tight squeeze, but if we want to keep going, I think we can. If someone wants to bring a light, I don't know. I
Okay.
can kind of see, but
Yeah. Is there a lantern down here?
I don't know. What do you guys have on you? You have to buy. You guys are
I
very
don't have a
bereft.
lantern.
Okay, so we
I have
Who
no,
has the
no
lantern?
light sources.
I don't know the lantern.
I have
It's in
I
one
don't
of your
believe I
packs.
a surgeon's
Probably-
tools and an
Look in your-
alchemist supplies.
What kind of pack do you have?
There's it's
I have
it's
thieves'
certain you
tools.
got a lantern. I'm like,
Federal Tinker's Tools.
really? None of you got a lantern?
No.
Not in my tool
Okay.
kits, no.
Only thing I know is the lantern hanging on the wall in here.
Yeah.
I thought for sure you used the fucking lantern.
I thought we did too.
I cut it out. It's definitely in one of your. There's like no way, right? It could be crazy.
Check your bags.
Tent, bedroll,
I have
boots?
rope.
I don't
You're
know.
right.
Like
That's
we're
fine.
surprised Weaver's tools, finding tools, mess. Or find tools.
So the one
Oh
on
yeah, that's
the,
right here.
You
I
fucking
guess I
idiot.
have it. I don't know why I have
fucking
it.
told
I
you.
don't have anything
Look in your
on my
equipment.
fucking-
That's what it's for.
Yeah.
You. That's why I gave you the cards. So we wouldn't have this exact problem looking down a list of things we wrote really quickly in the heat of the moment.
I was
You'd
just
be
looking
like,
at my
wait, what is a
packs.
purple rock?
I was
What
just looking
fuck
at the
is that?"
packs I have written down. I'm like, I wouldn't have a fucking lantern with these, so.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the responsible one.
Again,
Real life Alex is not responsible.
Okay, well.
no. But Real Life
Channel it.
Alex does have foolproof pictures.
Yeah, they're here.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you do
I
have a
don't know if
lantern.
they're foolproof.
They're not.
It
foolproof.
was supposed to be
not.
foolproof. You simply have your inventory
Still
and you look
broken.
upon it. Don't put it away.
It's fine. I know what's in there now. Bedroll, my kits, and a lantern. That's literally it.
The indignancy in your response angered me, and I'm not even the DM.
I know what's in
Fine!
there.
No, it's clearly fucking not.
It wasn't, and now it is fine. It's fixed now. We have a
You guys
lantern.
remember this, and at some point that's gonna end up just right where it should be on the table. Because
And
you're
it
gonna
has-
keep fucking forgetting. You're gonna be
has
like,
a
"Oh
30
shit! If only I had done this."
There's a 30-foot radius, and you can dim it a
Show
little
you a
bit.
30-foot
Yeah.
radius of a punch.
If you
You
have
can punch
30-foot
30
reach,
feet?
that would be amazing.
Yes.
That'd
That's
be the
fucking
greatest boxer in
insane.
the world.
Very athletic. So,
True.
peak. So, are we eating some breakfast and climbing into this hole?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to pass the lantern, then I'll go in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Hand him the lantern.
Okay, so who's first?
Does anyone else have dark vision?
Nope.
I'll
You
do
I
it.
have a
first.
lantern.
So, I'm gonna set this up on my.
Uh-oh. It's never good when you
So
set the
Soren
bottom
next, and then followed by the twins.
Party order.
I'll go first out of the two of us.
Yeah. Go last.
Bring up the rear. Okay.
I am the slowest mover, so that makes sense.
And also, in case anything
Ink is
goes
going to
wrong,
crawl with the
I
gun
would
out
like
with
you to
this,
be
by
able
the
to be
way,
the first one
in case
out.
anything is in the hole.
You're gonna,
With the gun
it's
out?
gonna go
Yeah.
off.
It's gonna fucking keep the safety on.
I don't think yours has a safety.
No, she just didn't know about the safety.
We're gonna die.
That's too much.
Climbing in the shithole. Hell yeah.
It wouldn't be a Charisma Saves campaign if we didn't.
True.
Hole, hole, hole.
So, grabbing your things, your packs, right? You're grabbing your packs and your equipment. It's sort of a slow procession. One person has to go through, take a pack, push it, and it's immediately claustrophobic. It is a situation where, as you look down, the first person through ink, you look through and you get to that sort of fabric, and you push it aside as it sort of hangs down. It's just like a thick piece of like black canvas, and when you sort of curl around and look at where it's hung, it's just like a couple of nails that were pushed into this, sort of like, it's definitely like a part of the natural earth here has been burrowed clear, and it goes out for a bit and then starts to curve downward.
How much of a slope is it?
At first, not much, but pretty
it
soon you're going to be
increase?
going down head first, and there's not enough space to like really roll. So,
And just so everyone knows, this gets steeper as we go downward.
Oh, sucks, doesn't it?
Would you like me to send Mr. Buttons ahead, or?
That might not be a bad idea, just as a scout, sort of.
Alright, but I can't move forward while I'm looking through his eyes, so...
you could. You just,
Well,
you won't
it would
see.
be difficult.
I mean, you can't get lost.
True.
You're like a choo-choo train. We're on track.
right now, only Ink is in here because
Oh.
you basically pull. I mean, you're taller than 3 feet, so you basically your feet are hanging out the back, and you move this.
Yeah,
this
I'll send Mr. Buttons.
Okay, so Mr. Buttons is sent out and crawls over top of you
That's
and
Sticks in
forward
the
into
fur a
the
little
hole, having a little confidence now. It goes for maybe 10 feet, with a kind of like gentle slope, and then it goes. Might as well be straight down.
Can he stick to the wall and kind of gloop his way
He
down?
does not have a climbing speed, so he tries. He can try.
Okay. Try to gloop your way down.
Okay, go ahead and roll just
Is this
an
how we
acrobatics
supposed to
check
vote?
with his dexterity, which is +1.
That's a now one, so two.
He goes, and you lose gaze of minds, and but you hear a and a splash, like not just his form, and then it goes, and you hear him just sort of like move to the side, and he's just at the bottom going. It doesn't seem like super far
So
away.
Ellie's locked in the bedroom.
Yeah, it's like when Ellie's locked in the bedroom. It's sort of like.
Are you okay, Mr. Buttons? I am coming. Do not worry.
Maybe. It wasn't. It was like a second or two
Yeah.
the fall, so it wasn't like it's not gonna murder anybody.
I have a climbing speed anyway, so.
Yeah, but there.
You could shimmy your way. Is it narrow enough to shimmy your way down? Like if you,
You could
went in
certainly try.
backwards
You
and
can certainly try,
spider crawl down?
but you're already in head first. So
That'll be my plan.
you head forward, and you do have a climbing speed, and it's enough texture here to kind of hold on to. But you are upside down. You start to head down, and you can see that there is as you sort of breach that part where it starts to drop off, you can look down, and with your dark vision, you can see that all you can see is that there's a space
Mhm.
and then this liquid that's sort of like, and a waft of shit smell.
There's no-
It's almost certainly the sewers.
There's basically no going back now, right? Because I'm kind of
You
upside down.
You could
crawl.
try to go back. Have you ever seen a cat walk up a tree backwards? Because
No, I've not.
Can they?
sort of, but their
Sure.
claws go this way.
And it's just there's no place to where
You're
there's
humans
solid ground.
or human adjacent, so you have like sapiens and can plot ahead, and you're not like fucked here, but you are gonna have to drop. There's not like
Alright.
there's not like a situation where you don't have to. You could try something if you can think of something, but it's
Do
basically
I
like a
seem to-
hole above
Yeah.
like what seems to be like just the what used to be still waters of the sewer, but it's sort of sorry.
Do I see Mr. Buttons anywhere? Like, do I see
No,
him?
but you hear him not far from there. He's probably up off to the side, outside of the water, going like. Doesn't seem far away. Maybe 10 feet.
We are going to have to make use of the prestidigitation later, by the way. And I'm gonna
Alright.
drop.
Okay, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
It's alright, kids. They always land on their feet.
You're
You've
trying
heard
to,
this.
as
You've
you
Into
heard
water.
Sort of get out. And you try to land as best you can.
Is this a, what did you say? A
Dexterity saving
And not
throw.
just water.
Shit
and
water.
piss water.
Dude, why are
20.
we always
20.
climbing through shit in these campaigns?
Well, it's a
Shit,
sewer.
Three in a row.
piss.
Three in a row.
What do you think is the sewers?
Shit and piss always ends
I
up in our
watched
D&D
whole
campaigns.
loads of documentaries about people who live in sewers for this.
Oh God.
No.
Bogota, Colombia is fucking crazy. Let me just say that.
Did you watch the movie Chud?
No.
That's about that too.
Well, I should watch it. So, you you sort of pull yourself forward, and there's this verticality to where you realize like you're just gonna have to commit to the drop if you go a little bit further, or you're just gonna like scramble and tumble. So you commit to the drop, and you sort of fall and you tuck, and the idea is to catch yourself. And now you're going down face first. What was your roll, you said?
20.
We'll say with a 20, you are agile enough to sort of spin and land on your feet, and it just goes bloop, and it doesn't, the water shakes, it doesn't like splash big, and it goes up to about, 5 inches. It's not very high.
Okay, this is not too bad.
It just goes up to about your ankles.
All right, it's the sewer. If you want to come and join me, because now I'm down here, and so is the goo cat.
I'm actually going to, Isabella's going to remove her skirts
Okay.
so that she is only in bloomers on her shirt.
Okay.
So frilly bloomers.
I'm gonna go make sure all the doors are locked
Okay.
to our
That's a
warehouse and make sure
smart
everything's all
idea.
secure.
Smart. Yep, you do so. Easy enough.
We should.
So, you were next.
Yep.
But you're not in there yet unless you want to do something.
Well, do we have like a rope or something so we can climb back out?
You
We do have
should
rope,
have rope.
yes.
We should tie that to something then, to make sure that we can get back out.
All right. Is there something sturdy enough in here?
The bars are. The last person in could
Yeah, the
hook
bars.
it on the bars.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
So
Since you have the key, you could just reach through and unlock it.
Yeah, I'll do all that.
Okay.
So last person through does the rope, or you want to try to climb down with the rope?
last person through.
If it's only like ankle deep, I'll just drop.
Okay, so you crawl through backwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Okay, so you
backwards.
crawl through backwards,
Gotta scoot yourself in.
and you can see in here eventually Soren on his way down. Make me a dexterity saving throw as you try to drop. It's a decent drop.
Can't wait for my deck save.
Your poor leg.
Yeah.
17 as you
That's right, I'm proficient.
your boots getting a little bit of that gluck as you lift your boots out of there, and you feel that sticking to the bottom of your shoe as you step up. And there are sides in this area right now that Mr. Buttons is sitting on, very, very thin. They're almost sidewalks, but they're just up out of the sewer a little bit. Next up is you.
Yep.
Backwards in your
Shimmy
bloomers.
in backwards.
Dexterity
No
saving
bloomers.
throw as you shimmy down.
Never been more happy that I can't smell. That's a. God damn it. Oh, I'm not proficient, so that'll be 17.
17. Another fine as your heeled boots dig into the gloop at the bottom, ruining them quickly. You step up out of there next to Mr. Buttons, and he gloms into you and does not want to be out here.
Will Isaac be okay with his injury, or should we try to catch him?
Isaac?
Can you lift yourself down slowly with the rope?
You're finishing letting the rope attach. You like the knot on it. You pull it shut. Seems sturdy as you start to move backwards.
Yeah, I'm gonna lock the thing too.
You do.
And I'll move backwards using the rope, I guess, to try and drop with the rope, rather.
Okay. And the rope, as you push it down and sort of slide it past you, it's got plenty of slack in it for you to use it to try to stabilize yourself
Yeah, I'll
as
do
you go
that.
down. Make a dexterity saving throw with advantage.
Hey.
You also have DM inspo if you don't want to.
No, that's fine. It's 12.
12. Okay. You managed to do it. You slip a little bit, but you managed to get down, and you're fine. The first sensation, I guess, is the absolute overwhelming darkness. No light reaches down here. The curve just in the basement's already dark. There's no windows. There's nothing. It is oppressive darkness. You feel as though
Shit, I should have taken fucking.
you feel as though as you fiddle with the lantern and get it going, like you could really lose just in the time that you guys were down here just for a second, and even with your dark vision, it's like a lot. You could lose yourself to. You could just lose your noodle pretty quickly if you were isolated. It's also very quiet, save for the noises that you guys make. Everything is muffled. There's not you.
No,
It doesn't protect you. But the sounds of the city you didn't realize that were there, that sort of like thrum, really dies down here, and you feel like you're in another world. What were you saying? As you click on the lantern.
Just realizing this would be a good place to potentially torture people.
To what? No.
Well, it smells like shit down here, like somebody's been here for a while. This could be like an oubliette where they just put people to forget about them.
Or perhaps it's
As
a sewer.
As the light goes on, it is a sewer, a tube that you are in. Right here, it seems like sort of a little bit wider. There's a couple grates that fill into here that looks like maybe a flooding sort of drain that maybe comes in from the street level and drains down here. But the water level here is low right now, with only the slight trickles off in the distance behind you. It's got that filthy brown water, and as you look around you, the first thing you notice when the lantern hits are a couple deep grooves in the ground, in the stone and the sewer floor, as if something heavy was dragged along it, and it leads off in a direction into what becomes, after about 15 feet, this wider room that you can kind of stand up in goes to like a 4-foot tunnel where you'd have to like really low.
Well,
Mark rolling.
guess we go that way.
It's more of like a hunched stealth walk in a video game.
We should probably follow the
Yeah.
tracks.
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay.
I'll go first again since I can see.
Is that the
Yeah.
marching
Same
order still?
order,
So
yeah.
you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As
Most to
you
least fit in combat.
sure. As you
Strongest.
step into this smaller space, the grooves, sometimes being very visible, sometimes under the water line and couldn't find them. This is sort of a straight shot for a little bit. The brown water is a little less deep here as it's sort of raised up, maybe about 2 inches, but it still sloshes a thick layer of sludge underneath it from just the caked on waste of the city. As you travel, I need rollies to decide who rolls on the table first.
Rollies to roll.
Rollies!
Just like a D20 or
Just a D20.
19.
17.
8.
16.
Okay. So, Ink, roll me a D8.
Don't fuck us.
4.
4. You follow the tunnel. The occasional grooves, again, of something heavy being dragged, the only trace of any other movement down here. You do hear the screeches of rats every once in a while, off in the distance, that sort of like high-pitched, sort of teeth-sucky sound that rats make. You walk for a bit as it curves, and then the first other light starts to flicker at the end of the tunnel. Is there anything you want to do as you see this light? It just seems it's instead of the oppressive darkness, and you have the lantern behind you. It just seems like another light source.
just being cautious, nothing mechanically, just...
Sure.
Mm.
As you push forward, and it becomes apparent that it's like a sewer grate high above, and there's like the 4 foot sort of tunnel gives way to a tube that goes up that seems to be just a drain that drains down, but the room opens up a little bit, and as you pass under the grate, you notice in this space almost like it sort of branches off into some other directions in smaller tubes that you can't really, you could fit in, but it'd be like crawling through the shit. You can see the remnants of I guess you would quickly recognize this as like crime leftovers. You see an empty coin purse matted in the filth of the sewer. You see different like wallets and personal belongings, the faded and sort of stuck to the wall through time old identification cards from people who likely came down here and were lost in the city as it swallowed them up from whatever was down here. People that disappeared. You see drug paraphernalia all used up. You see aspects of broken glass, people just throwing shit down the drain, other trash. This place is pretty filthy in general, but this specific location gives way to more. And you see a small rusted homemade blade just sitting sort of halfway out of the water, and it seems to be held by something, sort of a loft.
I'm going to go up and, assuming it is maybe a body or something,
You're sort of hunched, and you
see if I can kind of pull up whatever it is that it's attached
should grab
to.
it. You grab at it, and you feel the sort of leathery, wet, long pruned, decaying, bony phalanges. And you pull it up.
Yes.
Okay. It is a long, rotted, and humanoid hand gripping this. It has been severed at about here, but it doesn't look like it was straight cut. It looks like maybe it was chewed and eaten, and then just discarded and sort of been sitting here pickling in the shit liquid of the city.
That's an unfortunate sentence you just said.
But on the thumb is a small wooden ring carved into the shape of a tiny, like a rat.
I'm going to take the ring and sort of just look at it, inspect it.
It's wood, it's very light. It feels like it should have rotted from this, but it is in fine condition.
Interesting. I'm going to place it in the pocket.
Sure. Place it in the pocket. And as you sort of look down at it in your palm as you're about to place it in your pocket, you find yourself remembering another time where you went down the sewer grate and found a small black orb that you touch for a moment, just to sort of ground you from the memory of reliving that. And the texture of the smooth black glass sort of pulling you out of the thoughts that come with that. You refocus on the trinket and put it back. You look around, and the grooves seem to continue off in the direction you were headed.
I'm sorry, the hand itself, or what did it look to be? I forgot how you
It
described it.
was humanoid.
It was humanoid. Did it look like it had any fur or anything? Like it could be a rat hand?
No, it didn't look like
Okay.
a rat hand or tobacco. It didn't look. It looked like a relatively hairless hands of one of the many races that.
Okay.
But it did hold like a rusty knife that looks like shit, but it is a knife if you want it.
I already have a
It
dagger.
looks like shit, but yeah. Does anyone want the shit knife?
Bro, there could be diseases on that. You could like.
It'd be good for
Honestly,
poison damage or necrotic
Tetanus and
damage.
fucking
tetanus.
And just like getting
Dysentery?
shit in an
I don't
open
know.
wound. Yeah, I mean that's.
I mean, if you'd like to take the shit knife, you absolutely can.
Absolutely not. I don't want that.
I'd
It's
like
in
to.
terrible condition.
I'd like to stab someone with a shit knife, but I don't want to carry around a shit knife. you
Yeah,
know?
pretty much that.
Sure.
Yeah.
If there was a spell that was like shoot shit knife out of your hand, that'd be one thing. But I don't want to carry the shit knife around. Shit knife.
So the
Third level spell.
the semi-rotted handle, and it looks like an old steak knife maybe was put on a new sort of like wooden handle and like taped and like wrapped with like a screw that goes through it that's all rusted, and like even when you hold it like the blade shakes in the handle. Like really shitty like Walmart knives that have seen like one too many uses. Would you continue forward?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, also, within that area, everybody roll a perception check as you look around.
Hey.
18.
16.
11.
mine's minus actually. 11.
Okay. You find the one shiny thing in there. A fancy silver piece.
Wow. Big money.
Seems like a lot of people. It
I know
glints.
you're pretty hard.
It
for
seems.
money.
I'm fine now. I do
Wow.
not want your poop silver.
It seems like it was the only coin left that had been undisturbed from. This is it's moved away. And you see the glint under the water in the corner.
I'll prestidigitate it clean and then.
Okay. What'd you get for rollies?
11.
No, rollies you got
16.
Oh, sorry.
16.
Sarah was next. Oh no, Hannah was next,
I
right?
think it was.
I was
think
first.
it
Oh
was,
no,
I had the
it was
lowest.
Randy, then me, then
I
Sarah.
think it was you as well.
Yeah.
All right, we'll roll 1d8.
1d8. 3.
3.
Swear to God, if you roll like crazy, insane person eating rats on the
Sewer
table.
dragon.
It's Poop Dragon.
You guys follow this path. There's not many directions to go. You can only go and run one for a while. Occasionally seeing those scratches and grooves on the ground. The sewer splits off into 3 like major ways. It's basically like a cross section. There are grates in each direction, all sort of submerged halfway in this thick water. As you stand there, the only light being the lantern light. And you look in all 3 directions. 3 options. What do you want to do?
Do the grooves follow any
You
particular?
want to look for the grooves?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 people can roll an investigation check.
I'll do it.
20.
12.
You do find the grooves. They continue off left, abandoning the other 2. You look over and iron bars seem to block the tunnel, and debris covers the lower half as it seems to be pushed up against this. The water sort of sits through and flows through that around this sort of debris pile. And that's the direction it goes. What are you going to do?
Can we clear the debris?
Drive?
Yeah.
Okay, so you walk over and there is all sorts of stuff in here. It's got fabric and needles and
Fatbergs.
glass and fatbergs and smells and probably decaying rat corpses. And when you go over and touch it, you hear that sort of like little of rats, and as you touch it, it scurries away. You start moving this stuff. Roll a sleight of hand check for anyone who's moving the debris
Oh, I'm not touching
as
that.
you very carefully.
Rich
I
people.
guess I will
I have
touch it.
$1,000,000 hands. I'm not
Okay.
touching that. My hands are very important.
Mine costs more than yours. but-
16.
Okay.
Yours are replaceable.
What are we rolling?
Are you helping on the sleight of hand?
Yes.
Okay. Sleight of hand.
If we average the the price of all of
15.
your limbs, it's not quite the size everyone else's, I think.
Okay. It takes some time and careful movement, but you both avoid getting hurt by anything that's in there as you move it aside. And you do see, it seems to have been intentionally piled up, maybe, or
Block the pen.
or very serendipitous blockage. But there is sort of, it looks like rusted, bent bars pulled to the side that you have to crawl down into the sludge to get through.
Let's go.
Yeah, fine.
And we're going.
Alright.
You all do so. Make me an acrobatics check as you get through to try not to get scratched by any of the bent and shattered sort of bars.
Can we not catch some sort of shit disease?
17?
18.
Oh, no.
15.
9.
9, okay.
You're the
You're the dex
you're the
person.
I rolled low!
-2.
As
Better.
you... Did you use one of your dice?
I got a 1 though, so it's like.
As you go through, you take 1 piercing damage
And you have
as you cut yourself on like your right hip a little bit as you try to shimmy through. Something cuts through, and you can hear that sort of like that. You ever heard your pants rip as you like? You ever snag it on something? I snag it on the. We have in my utensils drawer. The handles up there for some reason catch on my pocket,
Oh god.
and I
that's the
ripped my
worst.
pocket on my favorite Adidas shorts, and it makes that. You hear that sound, and then you feel that sort of like pain. And you're like, "Fuck, I hope that's okay." But you continue to move, because it wasn't that bad. So you continue forward. Isaac,
Yes.
you guys follow the trail. This is picking up those grooves yet again, and you roll a d8.
6.
Okay. As you trudge through the slop in the underbelly of the city, the flicker of light from your lantern begins to die in the vastness of the void before you, as a large open chamber seems to swallow you up as you walk forward into it. Too big to light the whole place, allowing you to stand finally after almost half an hour down here. After only a few steps, the floor of this room begins to angle downward, the sludgy fluid around your ankles reaching up and soaking into your shins as you all step out of the tunnel. And the ceiling is out of hand's reach above head, maybe 15 feet in the air. The light just barely strong enough to reveal the continuation of the sewers that lie just beyond the deepening pool of the city's retchings. A trickling of viscous fluids flank left and right, gurgling forth from waste pipes meant to vomit the glop into this place.
I don't like how good you are at describing this. This is
Vomit the
gross.
glop.
What do? You are standing over, from your point of view, basically a sewer pool that goes down, and it's just a wide pool of
Keep trying to
gloop.
find grooves, right?
Yeah.
A wide pool of gloop, and on the sides of either of this chamber, it's about 40 feet wide and about, you don't know how deep, but you can see like the shimmers of the tunnel continuing. Just sort of a slow trickle of the stuff that
Well,
goes into here.
Like
It's,
to try to find the grooves. possible.
there are no grooves.
that's
It
right.
is covered
Yeah,
in
yeah, yeah.
shit and gloop. It is, again, think of like a pool 40 feet wide and 30 feet across
Well, I can't see, so.
that you don't know how deep it is.
Can I see further
You have a
because
lantern.
dark vision?
You can see
Yeah,
that
but I
the
can only
sewer
see
is
30 feet.
up front there. That's what I mean.
We could
So you
try
can see
to
the continuation
circle
of it.
the
It's just not, you're not
perimeter.
close enough to see if there's any grooves in the sewer. But you can definitely see that, yeah.
Yeah, I think we choose a direction and just hug the wall and
Mhm.
follow
I
that
agree.
until we.
Try to hug the wall.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. You enter the slime bottom pool along the wall, trying to keep from sliding down as you hug the wall to your left or right.
Let's say left.
Left.
Okay. It becomes quickly apparent that this drop off is just going to happen. You're going to get waist high. Minimum.
I'm gonna try and hold the whip and the gun above the, because I assume the whip is usually on hip and the gun is, so.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hold my equipment out, like my bag.
Just hold your
My bag
equipment
up,
and your
yeah.
bags up. We are now entering what we will be calling the click rule. If I say click, make a click, insinuate a click is happening of any kind, maybe a something like that, I will point at you all and ask what you're doing, and you have 1 to 2 seconds to tell me what you're doing, or you automatically fail the roll. However, if that split-second decision happens to be good, you may not have to roll a save at all, because you have entered a dangerous location.
Oh, I don't like this.
As you look around, this place is not meant for people to travel through, and you cannot see what is in the depths of this place as you walk through the heat of this liquid surprising you.
This feels like quick time events. And I hate quick time events.
How would you like to traverse this place?
I
Is
am
it still the same height?
It
Consistent?
seems to be right
Okay.
now about waist height on most of you.
going to use my cane like a blind person walking,
Try to feel.
but feel in front of me. That way I know that I'm not walking into a drop off.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try and, with my dark vision, keep an eye out for. You probably can't see through because it's like really dark water, right?
Oh, you cannot see down into it very
Yeah,
much.
I'm just
Like you
gonna-
put your hand, if you were to put your hand down into it, you'd lose sight of it after
Okay.
a couple inches.
I'm just going to move trepidatiously.
There's like
and
stuff
kind of,
floating. It's very similar to the Star Wars dump where there's like shit floating
Yeah,
on
yeah.
top.
This is about to
There's
squish
not-
us.
I'm gonna move with my
Squish.
feet, but when I like put one foot out, very cautiously, I'll stay stable on the foot that I already have down and kind
Mhm. And sort of feel around.
of
and-
yeah.
Okay.
Exploratory feeling before I make the next step.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to stay within the lantern light and just try to follow like directly behind Ink as she finds out the safe
Yeah.
passage.
And I'm gonna keep my hand against the wall, my left hand always against the left wall, so that I have something like an anchor point.
Okay. All right. You walk forward and you tap around and you move your foot around. You hold the wall. You follow behind Ink, trying to match her steps. You roll me a perception check. as you tap and try to feel.
9.
9. You tap and try to feel. Okay. You roll me also a perception check.
8.
You roll me a. Let's just call this a dexterity check. Since it's just trying to stay light-footed
18.
and you don't have to roll anything. You're just holding and sort of walking as you go through. There is a moment where the cane is feeling around. You've moved some stuff out of the way, and you feel it sort of hit like this, like it like clangs on this like piece of almost like metal or something. And it feels sturdy, and you put your cane on it to like help you move forward a little bit as you, and you put your weight on it. And as that happens, you hear Ink go, "Oh shit! What are you doing? What are you doing right now?"
I'm going to try and stop what I'm doing and back up a little
My
bit.
hands are full. I'm gonna back up.
I'm gonna reach out with a hand that's not holding the lantern and try to grab it.
I'm grabbing onto Isaac with my other hand.
Okay, and as this happens, you hear the water all of a sudden go, like this big bubble goes right in front of you as you back up.
Did we find the drainage?
And I need you and you to make a strength saving throw. The two of you make strength saving throws with disadvantage as the water suddenly go and start to pull you towards the center of this room.
18.
Crazy. 17.
3?
12.
12. Okay.
It was nice knowing you all. Thank you.
You are able to
Getting
grab.
flushed.
Yeah.
You are pretty confident you can grab onto Ink as she just gets sucked under the water really quick, and you hear the sloshing and the pulling and the sort of like of this apparatus pulling, and then there's a moment where it stops and there's a and you look and you can see just at the top Ink's paws reaching up and going. Ink, you are from your waist down in a hole that you have plugged with your body.
Yeah.
As it drains down, you are underneath the stuff. What do you guys want to do? You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Do I? Were you asking me as well what I'm doing, or no?
Right now, you're in the hole.
Sure. I just wasn't sure if I had any.
Is there anything on the walls that could be used as like a leverage, like pipe or like a metal bar or anything?
There are metal bars occasionally on the grates of the sewer pipes that drop down. You are under there. You did not get a chance to hold your breath. So
Great.
as there's just like and you get pulled. You see this happening. You're looking for something on the sides. What are you two doing?
She's still like immediately in front of me, or
You can't really see her that well except for the top of her paws. She has been pulled several feet, maybe 10, 15 feet away
she's
from you
moving
into the
forward.
center.
Okay.
And you can see she's... What are you doing?
I'm gonna start carefully moving towards.
Carefully. Take another bludgeoning damage as things...
How far away, like roughly feet?
About 10, 15 feet away into the center of this
I'm gonna
place.
carefully move up and reach
Carefully.
out my
Take
hand.
another
okay,
bludgeoning
so
damage.
you-
You guys go slowly,
Grab my
trying
hand.
not to...
Are you
and you
just breaking out of my hold here?
What?
Because I was holding on to you.
Oh, I guess I'm not doing anything.
So, no, it's just up to you. You can't.
Oh, yeah, no, I was absolutely going to
Okay, so they start
Okay.
wading towards Ink.
As you do
Carefully, not
that, I am
brash.
going to look for something I could tie a rope onto.
Okay. And you can. Do you have a rope? Another one, or do you only have the one?
I had rope. Did anyone else have rope?
Someone would have to have given me the rope that we used for the grate.
Yeah,
Check
you
your
have a rope.
inventory.
For the record, Ink was carrying her gun and whip,
Yeah.
so she'd still, if she
Yeah,
held on
you
to it, would have the whip.
Yeah. Go ahead. Now
If
your
I-
turn.
Okay, I would like
Yes,
to
you-
try and kind of like
You
take
can't
the whip
see
and-
anything.
Seriously, no one
Sure.
else. No one else has rope in their inventory.
No.
Okay, so then I don't have a rope.
Okay, so you don't have a rope. As you go and you're like, fuck, it's back at the thing. You have a whip and it's only 10 feet. You can't
Sure.
reach.
No, but I'll just unfurl it, so hopefully one of them will see it and pull.
Okay, as you see just like a, and it just flings shit everywhere. A little bit gets on you as you walk forward, and you do both around the same time. Get to Ink and you're trying to pull her up.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
As you find her and you feel things grabbing you, Ink, assuming they're your friends, and both you make a strength saving throw to try to pull her up out of this.
18?
18.
Natural 18.
As you brace and start to pull, the suction changes and you lose your footing and you start to slip down and all the stuff starts to go down to the center. You all take 1 bludgeoning damage as stuff moves towards the center. Not you.
Oh,
You're off
okay.
to the side, but you have to make me a strength saving throw not to get swept in.
Okay.
As you were looking for stuff and then suddenly your feet.
10.
10. Okay, you have enough to just hold on to whatever you were going to tie on to, little pipes and stuff. As you grab, Soren falls under. You manage to pull up, and there's still stuff being like sucked down into this terrible cistern pool thing. You managed to get her out with the 18, and now you have to make a strength saving throw not to get sucked in yourself.
9.
9. As you get her out, and you're like, oh shit, thank you. And Soren's gone, and you see
God damn it.
from underneath as the stuff stops moving again.
I'm gonna try and pull him out
Okay,
now.
roll a strength saving throw. Anything else you want to do? Just brace.
Yeah, I guess I'll just brace.
Okay.
Jeez, I'm dead.
0.
Okay, yeah. My
0.
turn. Yep, here we come.
As more stuff swirls around, you take 1 more bludgeoning damage.
Do we also
Say-
take bludgeoning damage
Not
from
yet.
that one?
Are
Okay.
you fucking kidding me? It's another 18.
Yeah,
Another 18.
Another fucking
as,
18.
As Isaac again
Jesus, guys.
pulls up and everything. Everyone needs to make me another strength saving throw as the levels get lower. So it's not like it's perpetual forever. The levels are getting lower
12?
as
10?
Soren, you reach
Also.
out.
12.
12?
All of you manage to brace yourselves and hold on to each other and resist as eventually this leaves, and you can see that this was, as it starts to close, it's like an apparatus that seems to naturally, is by design, as it gets heavier in here, it opens with certain amount of pressure, so it's like a natural release valve.
Yeah.
And you just happen to press it on accident as you stepped through.
Tough.
Well, now
But
that the water's gone,
the
can
water
we,
in
can
here-
we see the gloop
Is mostly gone.
and find our grooves
There's
again?
tons of gloop all over the brick. It's like a big bowl that you're in, and the brick of the sewer is slimy, and you're gonna have to crawl up it and try to get up to the sewer that you were at as this aperture closes. You can see around you tons of debris. All sorts of trash and refuse, if you want to pick through the trash. But otherwise, there is a bit of a climb. It won't be terribly difficult, but it is nonetheless a little difficult as you're about, you got about 8 feet to scale.
Up we go.
You start to-
We could prestidigitate the walls a little cleaner,
True. I mean, if you want.
as well as ourselves after that. Or
Didn't we
press
want
the
to see if the marks on the floor continue?
Prestidigitation is not going to clean the
Right, but
de-scum the sewer, but
hopefully is a little less slimy. At least.
I guess.
Maybe. Be the hope.
Well, I guess guess we climb.
Yeah, it's not like a hard climb again. It's more like crawling at the side of a tub and trying to. So, how are we getting up? Are we just trying to straight up
I have
power
climb
through?
speed, so
Yeah, I mean that's.
Could you get up there first and then lower your
Whip.
sure.
Ink can get up there. Not super easy, but not enough for a roll as you get up there, crawling and pushing your hands into it, and you get up. You let your whip down, and you guys hold on to the now slimy sort of whip as you grab onto it and try to pull yourselves up. So, strength saving throws with advantage for the three of you. With advantage. It's not a hard
10.
DC. Perfect.
It was a 10 and a 4.
Easy enough.
2.
2, you're having a hard time.
10.
As your boots just slip and 10. These two get up, and then it takes all of you just grabbing Soren, this rider. He is not prepared for this kind of thing. As you grab his hands and eventually pull him, but you basically have like just shit on you, and the sludge is caked on, the poncho is fucked, your boots are nasty, and all of you are covered in reeking mess. But nonetheless, as you gather yourselves out of this natural disaster area, you do see about 10 feet off into the area familiar grooves, 2 of them looking about the size of a box that would be put in your safe
Follow
downstairs.
them, we will.
I just realized that without my skirts, my weird joint knees are visible.
Oh.
And you're getting gloop in
And
them.
I'm getting gloop in my ball joints.
It's okay.
Nature's
Soren just got
lubricant,
gloop
that's
all
fine.
over his balls.
Oh, don't say that.
I'm
What'd
so
you say?
glad I
Gross
don't have
section.
genitals.
I said it's nature's lubricant. It's fine.
No, I'm really
Ugh.
glad I don't have genitals right now. 'Cause the amount of coochie virus that would be happening from this is
It's okay.
horrifying
Ink
to think
has
about.
a protective layer of fur and hot leather pants, or whatever they're made out of. She's not
airtight
Catwoman.
seal.
I don't know why. Should be Catwoman at some point, though. You have a cool whip.
True.
It's true.
You
Gun
dress you up like the
Catwoman.
Halle Berry Catwoman outfit with the rips in the pants.
Dude, Ink's Hot Girl Summer arc is going to be great.
Diamond claws. Diamond studded claws.
Jesus.
So, you do have claw weapons on you.
I do.
Are we still in the click zone or no?
You have exited this click event.
Okay.
Why is that called a click event? Did someone
This
else
is
make
this
that?
is a this is a I don't even know. This is a DM thing that's
Okay.
existed for a while.
I've just never heard of it.
It's a
so.
fun way to run traps.
Yeah, I like that better. It's
Yeah, I
it's
do. I
more
agree.
engaging and it like makes it
I
more
don't want
intense.
to. It feels bad when you roll for something, and you made the right call, but the roll says no.
Mhm.
Mm.
Yeah.
So if you just do the right thing, it's a little bit easier. But you gotta be thinking on your feet. So we continue. You're the last one, Isabella. Roll a d8 for me.
And don't screw us.
Five. Oh no.
I love how I wrote this. You carry on for a few minutes, yet again hunched over in this like 4 foot wide tunnel, trying desperately to keep your feet on the sides, but your ankles start to hurt as you bend them in unreasonable ways, and your back is starting to ache, hunched, and I mean you're carrying your packs and your equipment, and you're covered in filth, and you're just miserable. It's dark. It's even a little cold, even though that warm pool of hot mess, and then getting out into it and letting it air dry. It's all gross. You can feel the stiffening of fabrics, and it's a little concerning that you're growing used to the smell this fast. It was very hard to deal with initially. Your fears of too much methane or whatever seem to have been assuaded. Since you didn't roll on that, luckily.
Jesus Christ.
And after a few curves, the tunnel straightens out. A few, I guess we'll call them like tributaries of sewer systems, some stuff that would be very uncomfortable to crawl through, offering different pathways and servicing the above ground buildings that need sewer access and the amenities that it provides. As you crawl through the filth of the city, the tunnel ahead looks to be filled with stalagmites of shit. This is a real thing.
Are
Like
mites
I said,
the top or the bottom ones? I always forget.
Top.
Okay.
Don't get stabbed by a shit rock.
It's not stabbed. It's not hard.
Impaled?
Soft.
It's like soft.
It's like an icicle, like a
It's
shit
like something
icicle,
was-
but not ice.
It's like a shit
Okay.
icicle, but
I
it's
would
not
roll the
cold.
shit
It started
icicles.
dripping and then it congealed and it meant more dripping.
You would roll the shit icicles.
Something like that.
Okay.
Again, I did research. As soon as I saw that, it could not end up on the table. So
Alright.
This session's gross.
I hate
This session's
this.
gross.
it's a sewer.
Every single D&D campaign I've been in, we have crawled through
Yep.
sewer or
You
been in
chose that the other times.
Did we?
There were two entrances. You chose the shit one.
shit. Wait, what do you mean?
The spider cave at the before we even
No,
screamed.
not that. I mean, we went down to the sewers below the city because of the fucking invasion.
goopies.
Well, sewers are
Yeah.
not only a classic D&D setting, but that's what they're for. So, I mean,
It's
if you,
also
We
pretty
fought a
cla-
shit monster
also
in
the,
Hannah's
the,
campaign.
the sewers in Gygax were much cleaner because they were
magical.
taken care of. These have just been doing sewer stuff, and you know that for a long time plumbing was pretty fucking difficult after the city was cracked into. Obviously, it fucked up some sewers. That still exists, but you know they have since kind of made it work.
reconnected things.
Yeah.
That I need to.
So, how would you like to traverse the tunnel of? It looks like the water rose in this area. Maybe it's a little bit lower and receded with the rain or something. Maybe the rains of the last week or so, and left.
Can we use the cane or something to clear out the shit
However
icicles
you'd like
before
to.
we...
The whip's probably a better option.
How?
Whipping shit icicles
Just gonna
sounds
whip
so
shit
sloppy.
everywhere.
Especially the second one where it just goes and you all get
Yeah, we all get
splattered with the
flooded with
droplets.
Okay, well, how high up are they?
Oh, they're just like I said. You're in
Literally
a
right in
4-foot
front of
tunnel.
us.
It's right in front of you. You're hunched over.
Like we gotta clear it
Why don't
in
we just
front
use
of
like
us.
do we have like a sword?
I have a dagger.
That's
You
really
want to
short.
use a dagger to
well,
carve the so the glops go.
We
Use
should
the
have brought the
cane.
shit knife. It was already shitty.
I don't want shit to seep
And it
into
was
the wood
serrated,
on
you-
my cane.
Yeah.
It's already seeped into the wood on your
If you
cane,
give me
so-
It's
10 minutes, I could make one of my invisible servants to.
Do you guys want to spend 10 minutes sitting in the shit?
I
No,
really
we're just
don't-
gonna use the cane.
Okay, so you use the cane. You sort of bat them. It's not like they do anything. They're not like monsters.
It's just
It's
gross.
literally a gross thing that happens in real life.
disgusting.
So,
You sat down. I feel like we have not shamed you enough yet. Hold on. And you wrote
it was a Vice documentary. It was
You-
really
of
interesting.
course it
You
was.
decided to write this into this.
Well, I knew that you were going into the sewers.
I know!
Probably.
That doesn't make it better. That you
I
you
figured
sat
you'd
down and you're like,
walk in here.
you
I'm
know what would
glad
be
I'm
fun
playing
for
a dull person who doesn't have the sense of smell
That was
or
a smart play.
taste.
You can't go into the sewers and it be fine. All
Can
right.
Ink shoot herself in the head? Is that a potential option?
Yeah, it's not technically TOS.
You'd
It's
also just
make-believe.
enter the cycle, so you
This
have to
is-
shoot yourself multiple times.
This is another. This is beyond in Minecraft. This is
This
only
is-
on our heads. We're not even looking at it.
This is make believe, but we're still.
But I'm
going through
still.
shit.
I'm still.
This is my escape.
Not sure.
Fantasy.
My escape
Crawling through
fantasy.
shit.
Don't worry.
Okay, see, Baja says easy way to remember it. Stalactites hang tight to the
Hang tight.
ceiling. Stalagmites might reach. But I was confused because in my head I go
Yeah.
tight to the ceiling or
Yeah.
hanging on with all their might to the ceiling. My brain
That one doesn't make any sense.
thinks
That
it's
one makes a little sense.
doesn't.
I get the might thing,
I-
but that's okay.
I refuse to.
Just
That's good
remember,
for you, you'll remember.
it's a
Exactly.
short phrase, not a long phrase.
I guess that helps. Short.
Okay.
Tight.
Hang
As you
tight
guys
rather than all
argue
their
the
might.
merits of stalagmites and stalactites, Isaac, you have cleared a path in front of people. There's a good dozen or so of these, like, I was gonna call them
Shit
growths. It's not
icicles?
growths. It's just collections. As you bat them away to get them out of the place, and you hear
Shitsicles.
every time you guys
That's what they
argue and sort of bicker amongst each other about the stalagmites. Almost you could feel it's almost like ink just coping and trying to like think of something else.
Using humor to cope. Who does that?
I would never do such a thing.
No one
There's one more sort of like mud pie splat, and Isaac's basically like, I think they're good. I think we're all clear.
All right.
As
Onward.
it doesn't seem like there's anything.
On with it then.
So
Find wherever they took this box.
on the other side of this, sort of, we'll call it natural obstacle, you find yourselves face to face with a sluice gate, and then a room that seems to open up, and instead of being tunnels, it's just like half, like just the bottom part, and the ceiling gets taller. It seems like there's, as you look through with the lantern and with your eyes, you can see that it sort of, the tunnel continues beyond the sluice gate, or the sewer bottom continues beyond. There's sort of like sidewalks on the side, and then it goes forward and sort of swirls around and splits into two directions. Then you lose sight past that. But it seems like a larger room in here, and there's just a sluice gate. There's chains on the side, and there's chains on the other side. It looks like you have to pull this up, but it looks like the weight of it's going to just pull it down naturally. So it'll take a little teamwork. How do you guys want to?
Well, I'll
Get
take one of the
through
chains.
Is this
since
where
I'm
the path
strongest.
is leading? Like the tracks?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is like kind of the only direction after you you get through the
Why don't we have-
shit sickles.
2 people per side pulling on the chains.
Okay.
And then we quickly run through.
So 2 people grab the chains. Strength checks from those 2 people.
You could probably
No, I'm
just
at
lift
two
your
each
legs
one.
up.
each
Side.
side.
Yeah, 2 on each side. 2 people per chain?
Like me and Soren.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. There's
On
one
one.
chain on this side, on like the right.
Mhm.
It's sort of like on a pulley, and then on the other side of the sluice gate, there's another chain.
Oh, okay.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, so...
So it basically looks like you go through, hold it, walk through, let it go.
okay, I guess.
That seems like what you would do, and it seems pretty easy. It's just a little slimy, but just needs some strength checks.
Alright.
Got the highest strength.
Sure.
Twins roll?
So yeah, if you want to, two of you. There's enough space for 2 of you to
Hey.
pull on this chain.
15.
8?
15 and 8. That's enough. As you both pull it, 2 of you walk through. Do you grab that chain and hold it?
Yep.
Easy enough as it sort of comes up, and there's a little bit of a as it releases from the bottom of the sewer, and it grinds. You hear that sort of iron grinding of chains, and the rattle. And then you hear off in the distance the sort of that rat noise. Seems like they heard the chains rattle, and they sort of like you can hear them off in the chamber you're about to head into. You walk around on the other side. You 2 grab the chains, make strength rolls, each of you, just to hold it.
Saves. Slips while we're walking
Just
through
checks.
and I get impaled.
Just to basically hold it and not slam it.
16.
Okay, yeah. So you hold it. The 2 of you walk through, and then you're able to let it down without clanging it down. So it goes right back into the space, letting out a little bit of a. Remember, what was that Florp? The fart gloop that Nickelodeon used to sell.
Yeah.
What is that called? It basically gives one of those like
Gack.
gack. It gives a gack, thumb in the gack tube sound.
Kids still love that stuff. Slime.
I
and
can't
all
believe
that.
they
That's
called
really
it
popular.
GAC out of all of the things I could have came up with.
I actually thought about buying a black slime from one of those like Etsy stores so I could have a symbiote
Do it.
slime.
You enter the chamber, and you can see that there is, in the distance, as it goes, and sort of the area where the sludge and the water sort of swirls around and turns and goes off into separate directions. You can see, like, this place is dimly lit enough to where you can all sort of, like, operate a little bit because there is some light coming from a hole in the ceiling. It looks like maybe you could climb up there. And you walk forward. What are you doing? There's a, like I said, sort of a straightaway with walls on the sides, a little sidewalk. You can walk out of the sewers if you'd like, left or right. Well, the sewers are right in front of you, and then that sort of half sewer goes around, spins in left or right.
We can't see any grooves anywhere.
You can see some grooves. It seems to go straight towards into the center of this area, but you sort of lose it as you're kind of far away.
Sweet.
Follow
Continue
him.
to follow.
Follow on.
Okay. Is there where are we at as we walk? Like,
Can we?
it's not because like there's sides and there's
Can we
more
be
space
on
than
the
just single
sides and
file.
still follow?
So do you guys want to all be on one side? Do you be on both sides? Do you guys like there's
Well, the chains are on opposite, right? Or were they on the same?
What?
When we did the chains on that, were they on like? So there's the.
so if you
door?
walk through if you're
I didn't know if the chains were on alternating sides.
yeah they're on opposite
Okay,
sides
so
of the
then-
sluice gate.
We would probably be on
Split.
our side, and they would be on their side. Then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys are on the right,
Mhm.
and you guys are on the left as you walk through. Okay. You move forward, and you can hear, again, the sounds of like rats and that sort of like going on. But you also hear, as you walk in a little bit, a sort of like gurgle, like a.
Don't like that?
Disgusting. He's like,
Did you grab your gun? Okay.
Quietly. We should proceed.
quietly.
Trying to stealth?
Yes. Do my best.
Okay. Everybody roll a stealth check.
Yeah, 6.
15.
Oh no, I lied. 4.
Does that stick to your hands?
Sorry,
Nope.
4.
I didn't release until I was over here.
That's worse. Fuck.
1.
4.
Oh, I guess it doesn't matter.
4, 1.
15.
It matters a little bit. 15
13.
and 13. Okay. Ink and Isabella flanking on either side of the sewers, quietly moving forward. And the lantern's still out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's a moment where natural 1.
Yeah.
Fuck. There's a moment when you walk forward and Ink and Isabella, you get up a little bit and you're kind of like listening for the sound. You can see the sort of grayish light coming down, lighting this place just enough to where you can kind of get your bearings. And then you hear a "Huh!" and Soren catches a slimy patch on here, and you just lose your footing. It's unlucky, and you prone into the middle of the sewer, like right into the gloop. And then Isaac, you turn, just instinctively pointing the lantern in that direction. And you see he fell down, and you all sort of look, and then you hear a terrible screeching noise.
I'm just gonna stay here dead.
Well, that's a decision you can make after we roll some initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oh shit!
Did you not
Some
20 or-
initiative.
No, it's just the best initiative I've rolled so far.
BRB.
Meanwhile, I rolled like dog shit.
Meanwhile, I have to add to the sewer soon. So let's do this combat turn.
Are you saying you're gonna shit yourself?
No, I gotta pee.
I want nap. I sleepy. Let's beat up whatever this is so I can take nap.
Move your shit.
I wondered where all the stuff went from last week. Did anyone in particular want to hold on to the letter that we received from Reverie?
Unless Rainy wants it.
Either one of us.
Why are you book nerds? Hold on to that shit. Oh, fuck.
Move your shit. Move your shit.
Sorry.
Move your shit faster
I'm
than
working on
that. Nope.
Just scoot it
Nope.
all.
I'm
Just
getting it.
Scoot it. Scoot it. Scoot.
Yeah, I got
Hey,
it.
we scooted.
Jesus.
Ooh, that looks good.
It does.
Is this more Dwarven Forge?
The last time we fought in the sewer, Randy
will-
found a pile of rat
Sponsor
poop,
us.
So
Became the king.
you became the king of the rats.
So,
God, these are nice.
yes. Yes.
Are these like magneted together too?
Mm-mm.
No?
Just modular, right? Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Pretty nice.
Oh. So I think
I'm gonna shoot the poop.
I can give you guys a fuller view of this.
Yeah, we had it like really zoomed in.
There you go. So, where we begin is here, here, here. Sort of like just on the side there.
Okay.
If he'll stay.
I won't.
Let's put him sideways because you're looking that way anyway. And then prone in the sewer is Soren. What you hear with the screech, and we'll get some of the good stuff going. I think we should probably have like music. This is not the mini. However, it will evoke what I want. Ink and
Right.
Isabella, you see off in this direction boils and pustules on a large, massive organic frame. A familiar animalistic form.
Oh.
A huge, it's not a spider, it's a huge rat with boils and my child. It with boils and sores and like scratches on it. Large and rotund with swinging appendages and pregnant, swollen glands upon its belly.
Is this a Dark Souls boss?
No, it's just a rat. But it's a fucking gross one. A huge one. One that is large-sized. And also, with that screech,
Oh, he's got
You
little
hear-
babies.
out of the sewer grates to the side. Where did I put those? Oh, yeah. I don't have rat swarms, but out of the sewers, this grate and this grate running. These are going to be the swarms 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 as they screech.
I thought we did have rat swarms.
We
It's right
do
here.
somewhere, I think. 'Cause I think we used the
I don't-
last campaign.
I don't have them right now. I don't know where they're at, so it doesn't matter. So as the swarms of rat begin to attack, first up at the very top of the round, since it got within your space, Isabella. They are going to attack.
Wait, we didn't give out our initiative yet.
Nope.
Nope.
Does an 8 hit? Probably not.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, what's everybody's initiative? 20s? 15.
15.
15.
Guys,
Alright.
I have -2. What is happening?
close.
What?
I rolled really bad.
13?
12.
12.
There we go. Okay.
Not Isabella Inc. You What'd you roll?
6.
Okay. So. Oops. You roll a 15.
I rolled a 17, but I
17.
it is a
Oh,
15.
I see, I see,
Yeah.
I see. I need to
-2 initiative.
actually need to move everything down one because I forgot. There we go.
Oh, great. Layer action. Shit spews at you from all sides. Fuck.
It's halftime at
Okay.
the Super Bowl. Things are about to get
And
flooded.
so first up is Isaac. Soren's on deck.
Can I move behind Isabella or no?
You can move behind. Well, you are behind her.
Well, I didn't know if I could move around.
Well, it's like a sloped sort
Yeah.
of thing. You can't really stand on there anyway. So you can move through her space.
Because I wanted to get on the.
Where do you wanna be?
I don't want to be there actually. I'm gonna get next to her.
In the sewer or in the
Like
side?
on the actual.
On the
platform.
side area.
Yeah.
Okay, so Isaac, you push past, and you end up here.
And then we're gonna make a whack with my cane.
Okay,
Because I have
cane
advantage.
whack. So you look down and there's just a roiling mass of rats as they all try to claw over each other and they're trying to bite at her feet right now. And you just take the cane and you just whack right into the middle of the body of them, trying to slap as many of the rats as you can. Go ahead and roll an attack.
That is gonna be a 13.
13 hits.
Hell yeah. And it's 2 bludgeoning damage because I have no modifiers.
Two bludgeoning damage on the cane. Okay.
And that's my turn. That's
You don't want to do anything else?
that's all I got.
Okay.
That's it. And I'll be right back.
Now he's leaving?
He's got a pee.
Okay. So, after that, it is the rat mother's turn. The rat mother screeches and 5 can't squeeze through there. 10, 15, 20 is going to dash. 5, 10, just to get right here. And as she waddles up, sort of like, it's going to try to bite with her 2 jagged rat teeth. Ooh. And
We found the rat queen.
this is an 8 to hit. I assume that misses.
That misses, yeah.
All right, and that is her turn. Soren.
Okay, I'm going to stand up
Okay.
and
Half your movement.
wipe off my face and get my hair back out of my eyes.
Okay.
And then I guess I am just going to look at the rat mother as I open my mind psychically to it and use dissonant whispers.
Oh.
Okay. Dissonant whispers. Does that have an intelligence threshold? Some of those do.
One creature of your choice within range can hear.
Doesn't have-
move into. No.
Okay. Yeah. So it's intelligent or wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
A wisdom saving throw. 3.
Okay. So it fails.
It fails. Creature doesn't. It must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from you. Okay.
11 psychic damage.
11 psychic damage as you open up the cacophonous noise of your mind and you release it out towards this creature. It goes as it and it waddles back away from you as fast as it can. Ink and Isabella get attacks of opportunity. 5, 10, 15,
For claw.
20.
I'm gonna whip.
You're whipping? Okay.
Oh,
What'd you get?
that one.
Roll to confirm.
Yeah,
Need an 18 or higher.
that sucks.
Is it Dex plus proficiency for me?
For what?
The claw that the basic
Charisma.
attack. Okay.
It attacks
Charisma.
with your charisma modifier because it's her.
Or-
So you confirmed it?
Correct.
And it was your whip?
Yep.
Okay. You rear back to whip, and you hear, ah! And you get hit again. You get hit by the whip again.
Luckily, I rolled a 21.
To attack?
Taking that thing
As
away
you
from me.
as you see this go by, and you see it, it
damage.
screeches out, and these other rats are trying to screech up to you. You just instinctively reach out, and what kind of attack do you choose?
The hand
Claws?
turns into claw,
Hand
long
turns into-
claws
Needly-like
and,
claws, and you slash
for
through
4
Sorry.
damage.
for 4 damage. How much damage?
7.
7.
I still have temp HP.
7 damage as you get whipped on accident by Ink's whip.
What did you do?
Are you okay?
No, it hurts a lot.
Did
What'd
you
you
get a cramp?
do?
I don't know.
Did you get a cramp?
It hurts. I reached for something and it
Are you just
Oh.
old man now? You said 4 slash
It's
for
literally so
buddy.
bad. Oh, stop. I can't laugh.
Wow, you're fucking. You're
dying?
old, dude.
We have a doctor. That's good.
Did you break a rib bending? Hilarious.
Is this what death looks like?
Dude, I can't move.
Well, it's okay. We'll stretch it out while.
It's okay.
other
When
people
I
take
was
their
having
turns.
chest pains
So,
at dinner, Randy was just like,
That's your
"Eh, you're
reactions. That's the 2 of your reactions. That's your turn. Did you want to do anything with bonus action or movement?
I'm right there, I think. I can see ahead. Is it
Yeah,
okay?
you're
Okay.
here. Yeah.
I'll just try and get over back up on this.
Okay.
Out
5,
of the water.
10, 15. Yeah, you can get right here.
And then
As you move next to Ink after she blasted you with her whip again.
I don't have anything to do with the bonus action.
Okay, so that's the end of your turn. Next up is Ink's turn.
Okay.
Isabella's on deck.
I'm going to move up to this pillar and try and take the hide action as my bonus.
Bonus action. Okay. So go ahead and roll stealth.
6.
Okay. You feel like you're trying to hide. And what are you trying to do? There's a bunch of rats right there. There's the rat mother over here. There's some attacking Isabella.
I was trying to get in position so I could get sneak attack damage, but I'm assuming I don't because I rolled so low.
You don't know?
Okay, I'm gonna try and shoot the big one. I'm gonna try and
The
kind
big
of
one?
wheel around the
And
thing.
you
Yeah.
blast it. Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
13.
13 hits. It's a
Okay.
big, sloppy thing, not very quick on its feet. As you shoot the gun directly into its mass. No sneak attack, of course.
That's only 4 piercing. That sucks.
With your bonuses too? You
Do
did
I-
your dexterity bonus.
Oh, then it's 7.
7. That sounds more like it. Okay.
For some reason, I guess I thought you didn't add that to range attacks.
What? No,
I don't know. I'm bad at this game.
We're in our 5th year of D&D.
Tell she
No,
played
but
a wizard
by
for the
year
first
10, I'll
4.
know the basic rules. I
That's
assure
a good
you.
pace. That's a reasonable pace. Are
You have all
dying?
your saving throw proficiencies marked, right?
Yes, I do
Okay,
this time.
great.
Okay.
We're off to a
I
better
get really
start.
bad cramps in this rib
It was
right here.
right here, man. I don't know.
Like,
I think
I
I got that like last
I think
week.
I like reached a little too far, like a weird.
I got a
it just was like,
hernia from an abdominal cramp I stretched out.
I had a really bad cough last week, and I like
My
pulled
back's fucked
some
too,
of my
still from
muscles.
shoveling snow 2 days ago.
We're getting
So, you blast.
Why, buddy? Poking that.
You blast it
Stretch
with
it every
the
day.
with the revolver. No sneak attack, but it takes the damage and it screams out. And it's going to take a legendary action at this point.
Oh, fuck. What?
Why
We're
does-
level 2!
Why does the rat get that? It's a rat!
And it's going to use Feed Children
Oh.
as the rats move and move right directly into your space because you made the biggest, loudest thing, and you just attack their mother. They're each going to attack you guys. So, Ink, your attack, 14 to hit?
That's exactly enough.
Okay. Wait, is that exactly your AC? This
Yes.
is a glancing blow then?
Yes.
Okay, so you
Is
take
it
half
half?
damage. So, you take 8 piercing damage, halved to 4, as they crawl up your legs. You're able to swat some away, but they still bite at you. And Isabella, natural 20. Oof. As you take 16 piercing damage
Oh.
from bites. Luckily you have
Neat.
10 hit points a little
Yeah,
bit.
that ate straight through my 10 hit
Yeah.
points.
Yep. Well, that was the luck of the roll here for me. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been that bad. So you take, 16 piercing damage as several of them bite into you, and you can feel your porcelain on your legs cracking under the surprisingly strong bites of these tiny, but very. Well, not tiny rats. Tiny relative. They're big fucking rats. I mean, you could hold it in 2 hands. It'd probably be like a small cat. They bite pretty hard. And that's the end of the legendary action round for that one. It is now the rats' turns, who are now going to attack the other 2. The first one's going to go to Soren. Natural 19 to hit.
Yeah.
So you take 3 piercing damage. Look how that fucking works. 3 piercing damage as they crawl up onto you. A few of them get up on your shoulder and bite. And then Isaac with an 11 to hit.
Nope, miss.
11 misses as you are able to keep the cane and sweep some of them away, batting one of them out as it sort of jumps at you and, and you bat it out of the air. Okay. It is Isabella's turn.
I was gonna. This is frustrating. Okay, we'll take the risk.
Okay.
I'm going to move up here.
Okay. You move here.
That's
That's not out of range, so you don't have to. You just pass through them. You step through.
Within 10 feet.
Yeah.
I am now.
5, 10. Yeah. You don't want them within 10 feet?
No, but I didn't want to take an attack of opportunity. So.
He'll be within 10 feet if you're staying within the space of that.
Yeah.
Either way.
God damn it. Okay.
I always use words.
Oh, I was gonna mage armor, but that's like a whole turn.
Yep.
Let's move up one more. We'll take the attack of op.
Okay, attack of op. Natural 4 misses.
Misses. Okay, so moving one closer.
So not too bad as you move through quickly.
And we will use Arms of Hadar
Woo!
as a bunch of tendrils come shooting out of her back, attacking and lashing out at the rat swarm and the mother.
Okay, so they need to make what saving throw? Strength, I believe.
It is a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw from the rat mother and the swarm. Wow. Rat mother got a 5. The swarm got a natural 19.
Oh my god.
It's harder
okay.
to hit all of those.
It's 8 necrotic
so
damage.
an 18. Eight-
Half on a save.
8 necrotic damage to the rat mother, and something about
4
movement, and then 4 to
Now
the others.
they can't take reactions until their next turn.
Okay.
Well, the rats can. The mother can't.
The mother can't take reactions. Okay,
Yes.
so technically
So-
you can move again right now.
I'm going to move back towards Isaac's side.
As you pummel with the inky black tendrils, both of them doing a decent amount of damage and keeping from reaction, you move right back here.
No, I'm gonna move
So
the
5,
other
10, 15. So you have 15 more.
this way.
5, 10.
Yeah.
Okay, and you just right there. All right. That's the end of your turn. A bony axe or anything?
Yeah, I don't have any bony
Okay.
axe.
With that, at the top of the round, with all this happening, the rat mother screeches again.
Alright, I guess we have to focus that before it keeps summoning fucking rat swarms. We're gonna get overwhelmed.
1, 2, 3 more
Bro,
arrive
yeah.
on the
No,
scene.
okay.
We're already fucked. so it doesn't
Killer.
matter.
We're gonna die.
Boo! Boo!
We should just start booing things we don't like in real
Boo!
life more often.
You're almost dead. He's almost dead.
Yeah.
No.
So,
I just lost my temp HP.
top of the round,
I lost more than
Isaac,
my
you're
time.
up before the rat mother, followed by Soren. What would you like to do? There's a like an opening at the top that's shining some light down. There's the 2 grates on the side that these rats are coming out of, and then there's the rat mother, and then what you see in front of you. What do you want to do?
The only thing I can do is just fucking stab the rat.
Sure,
gonna
if that's
slash
the way
at
you
it
want to
with
go
my
about it. Stab a
scalpel.
rat.
Or I'm gonna use my scalpel.
Okay, so you grab the scalpel out.
Still
and-
hidden.
Yeah, it's hidden. So you get advantage on this one. As you
No, they miss.
with advantage.
Yeah, 6 and a 7.
What for total for a 7?
Yeah, I don't have any modifiers. Well, I guess I don't have modifiers.
With
Oh, I
your
mean, it'd be +2, I guess. My strength is +0.
Yeah.
My dex is -2.
You're proficient in it.
So it'd be +2. So 9 is the highest.
9 total.
Yeah.
Hits a swarm of rats.
You should actually
Yeah, you should just
total things.
just
We aren't like level 20.
4.
And you rolled max damage. Come on.
Did you roll the correct amount of damage?
4.
Nope. You're a surgeon.
What?
Oh fuck!
Remember your
I've
shit.
done so much. It's not on here, and I was looking at this, so I
That's
don't.
not where it comes from.
Yeah, it's
The item. You get another whole other
Is it in
damage
the
die.
other binary
No, it's
set
right
on the
here.
ground?
As a surgeon,
No, it's.
because you've chosen that vocation, you get to
I
add.
do not have it on here.
You get to add a damage dice.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's an actual 1d4. That's right.
So 4.
6. Total.
There we go. So 6.
You don't add anything onto that.
6 more.
No, I don't have
Ooh,
any
you're close.
modifiers. I have 0 and -2.
At this point, you have thinned through this particular rat horde enough to where its damage starts to drop. So you slash through, killing several of them as you cut many of them, most of them that are on you. What do you want to do? Do you movement or anything, or you want to stay right there?
I'll start right there.
Okay. So, next up is the rat mother. Only had to spend the first turn because of Distant Whispers. Doesn't have to make a save.
Yeah, just the reaction to move away, and then it's done.
Okay. And it did move away.
Yep.
So at that point, it's going to curl around and try to do this from safety. It's going to make this. You have partial cover because it doesn't want to walk around next to these that just hurt him, her, and is going to try to make an attack. It got a natural 20.
Bro.
We're gonna get TPK by rats.
TPK. Level 2.
We could take
Level
4
2.
piercing damage because I rolled like shit.
On a crit. Jeez.
Good.
How's it? Bites down into you.
On the plus side, we just figured out our campaign 3 characters.
Yeah, true.
True.
And I need
That's Jake's punishment.
From
We're
you,
ditching this world
a
right
Constitution
after
saving throw as you are bitten by the pustule rat.
Oh god. Ink is good at the plague.
2?
Yeah.
Okay.
we die. What a shitty night, other than
Yeah.
just the shit.
Oh, ha. I get it.
I didn't mean it to be a pun, but it fit.
Okay.
Shit
Nothing else
fits.
happens to you for now.
You have a disease.
Nothing
It's
else
all right.
happens
I
to you
know
for
a
now.
I know a
Sewer
doctor.
AIDS.
It's fine.
Soren, you are up, followed by Ink, then Isabella.
We do not have antibiotics, though.
I'll just drink a lot of liquor. That's close.
We'll just inject it directly in your bloodstream.
Yeah.
That'll clean you out.
Yeah. We'll just inject alcohol and light. That's.
Yeah.
I've heard that works for most diseases.
Okay. I'm going to just keep my psychic link with the rat open, and I'm gonna overload it a little bit with a mind sliver.
Okay. So you offered a little bit more of your madness.
So it has to make an intelligence save.
Intelligence save. 0.
It's dumb.
6 psychic damage,
Sheesh.
and then it subtracts 1d4 from its next saving throw.
Okay. So I will keep the 1d4 next to the d20 here.
And then
As you hear it go again with more of the psychic issues.
there's like a little swarm of rats right here. By
Yep, that's true.
So I'll just stay put, I think.
Okay.
I'm good with where I'm at.
All right. Ink, it's your turn. The rats have just crawled out and they're about to move forward
All right. After getting banged
out of these 2 grates here and here. You can see the
she's over this big rat, so she's gonna fan the hammer.
fanning the hammer. Blah 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 blah
I
blah.
start blasting.
You have 5 left to
I
fan.
started blasting.
All right. So first one,
18.
18.
So that is 1 success.
Okay, 1 success. Remember, this is -2. Natural 1. Is that a natural 1?
Yeah.
Roll to well, no, this is just a gun. Do
Yep.
you want to sacrifice some quality to avoid this?
Oh, shit. How much did it cost last time? Like 60 to
75.
fucking fix? 75 to fix?
Are you just normal quality at this point? You got it.
Yeah, I believe I'm normal quality.
Okay, so this takes it down to the quality it was.
I know.
If you want to do it, gotta make a call.
No.
Otherwise it
I'll
just jams. Okay.
I'll let it jam and I'll fix it later.
Okay, it takes a short rest to unjam it since you're not a gunslinger. And we're not
my
allowing that in this
thing, my
campaign.
thing says it takes a 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute. Oh, you're right. You're right.
two
It's
misfires
after
in
you.
one day.
It's after you fuck it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. Whatever the rules are in there. So the first misfire, but you do hit the first one.
Yeah.
You weren't hidden, but you do get to do the damage.
So if it misfires, it like
It
kills
doesn't-
fan the hammer.
It doesn't. Well, yeah. It misfires and. But you can, choose to sacrifice the quality of it to keep going.
11 piercing damage.
Oh, that's a big one though.
Yeah.
11
Sneak attack.
piercing.
I
no
didn't
sneak
have
attack.
sneak attack.
Was it unless there's an ally? No.
No.
11 piercing damage.
Damn, that
Okay.
would have been even more.
Yup.
We should get you like 3 or 4 guns.
I agree.
Like pirates used to in case they jam.
Yeah,
If you
just
want,
like a blunderbuss belt.
Yeah.
you can certainly try. So
Oh,
what do you want to do? As you and you're about to go again, it goes click, fuck, and you holster it.
Disengage action.
You don't need
Bonus,
to.
disengage bonus.
Oh, disengage
action.
with this one, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'll go there.
Okay,
Oh,
so you
cool.
back up. All right.
All by
appreciate that.
yourself.
After that, it is the rat swarm's turns. But first, the rat mother is going to move with a legendary action. So 5, 10, 15, 20. Here, the rat moves. The rat moves here to Soren. 5, 10, 30. He's moved 35 to get here.
Jesus Christ.
And these are all coming this way. So, Soren twice, you get attacked.
It was nice knowing you.
10?
That is.
I've been rolling really well. The odds are not for this. Less, so you don't get
Action
bitten.
economies
Yeah,
are
the
always
action
in
economy.
favor of...
Well,
Especially because
So I
They
take
could be
one
weak
glancing
monsters
blow.
as long as there's a lot.
they now have advantage on
9
you.
to hit.
Yes.
Shouldn't they have?
Less than that to hit. 7 and 15. 15 to you.
I'm gonna use tactical awareness, which is one of the feats I grabbed,
Okay.
which I can roll a prodigious mind dice to my and it adds to my AC, and if I'm successful, get a counter hit.
Okay.
2
Oh,
So
that's a
it's-
glancing blow.
That's a glancing
It's
blow.
a glancing blow. Okay, it
So-
still hits, so you don't get a counterattack, but
Okay.
it does reduce to a glancing blow. So that's good. So you reduce the damage on it.
Yeah.
I need that on arrow.
4, 5, 6,
Right.
7.
Can't.
7 have to 3 piercing damage for you.
Easy tiger.
Relax.
I can't. We're gonna die.
We're fine.
However you guys want to try to do this encounter, it's up to you.
I know how games work.
So
Oh, I've been trying to think.
after
of
the
other things
rats, it is Isabella's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna look at the rat queen and reach my hand out, and a tendril's going to shoot at it.
As it reaches out to try to touch
Hell
it.
Yeah. That is a 19.
19 as from your arm a black tendril latches
Latches
on
on.
and like eel-like toothy sort of boring in like a leech, and it does how much acid damage?
10 acid damage.
10 acid damage.
We're gonna keep it latched on from the palm of my hand, this tendril just shooting out.
Okay.
Latched onto one of the legs of the
As it-
side of it, just eating it.
And it screeches loudly in pain. Anything else you want to do with your turn as this tendril?
No, that's all I can do.
Okay. At that, it's going to take a legendary action to move forward and try to bite you because it's mad that you're doing this. It tries to bite. By the way, that was just an attack. It still has disadvantage on saving throws for a sec, or not disadvantage. It has a D4 in its next saving throw.
Subtract 1d4 from the next save.
Okay. And that doesn't have a time until its
Until
next turn?
the end of my next turn.
Until the end of your next turn.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so it could work for you next time. Okay.
Yep.
To hit Isabella is a 13.
Miss.
Misses outright.
Mhm.
Damn.
Oh, your AC was a little lower than that. Shit.
We fed our mistress.
True.
so-
So as it goes and it tries to bite at you,
Oh,
you
technically, I take reduced damage from. I guess I would have picked bludgeoning, but
okay. As you fend it off, it doesn't seem to be able to bite through your porcelain arm. As you push it off, and Mistress's sort of acidy tendril keeps it and pulls it away from you and keeps it at bay.
Wait, did you roll damage for the attack I took last round?
You got missed twice.
The first one was a 10, right?
Your AC's 10?
Yeah, it's a glancing blow.
Yeah.
No.
your AC is 10.
Yeah, he doesn't have armor.
God damn.
A glancing blow. You take 3 because it's that one was the one that was reduced a little bit.
This
so-
is the fun of having decks.
There you go.
Or intelligence.
Okay. Top of the round. Another screech. As it calls for its children. The children of the rat mother erupt from the grate in the sewer just once this time. Isaac, you're
Right.
up.
Okay.
So you're next.
So, disengage action,
Oh.
because with my cane, I get to make a free hit if I use that. There's one of them that was like,
This
obviously,
one.
yeah. So I'm going to swing at that one.
Okay, so disengaging, and with your cane, you get to thwack on the way out.
No.
Ooh.
Miss. Either way, I'm going to move in front of Isabella.
Move in front?
Right there.
Right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay.
That's all I got. So, here we are.
At this, it's the rat mother's turn. She looks, and she bites down in Isaac's direction. Oops. 11?
Miss.
As it tries to bite. It doesn't seem very good at attacking or anything, but it is nonetheless pretty scary. Actually, it's 12.
Miss.
Yes, 13, right?
Yep.
I looked at the wrong stat. Okay. Soren and Ink, in that order. You're up.
Did it? It didn't make a saving throw.
Nope, not yet.
Okay.
Just
I'm gonna do that then and keep trying to break its psyche.
a mind sliver?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm rolling a d20.
Okay. So he needs to make a saving throw and then subtract. And it's intelligence saving throw?
Yes.
8 minus 4, 4 minus 2 from the d4, 2.
5 psychic damage.
5 psychic
And then
damage
it is baned again.
as it. Whew.
Warlock gang.
Warlock gang. As yet again you push the discordant, terrible noise of your head into the psyche of the animal that cannot handle nearly any of that. It takes full damage. What do you want to do?
Those rats moved up to me.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll just kind of strafe around, so that way I'm closer to the others.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get an opportunity attack right here.
There's one over there too.
Yeah, there's one
Okay,
right
I'll just
there.
stay put then. Ah, gotcha. I'll just stay where I'm at then.
Okay. Next up is Ink, but before that, a legendary action. As in desperation, you can see the many marks on this. It's already a fucked up thing, and it doesn't have like a lot of physical marks, but you can see this thing wavering. It is first going to use its movement to get out of here. 5, 10, 20. So it gets to right here. Isabella and Isaac, you both get to make opportunity attacks if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll
If you'd like to use your reactions.
scalpel him.
Sure.
Nope. 2 natural 3s in a row.
Are they still within 30 feet?
Mm-hmm.
20.
20 to hit? Yeah, as you slash it.
Just a claw. 6 slashing.
Okay. 6 slashing. You slash through its belly and just this spray of like gross looking pussy blood. Pussy. It is Ink's,
Ratosy.
it is Ink's turn.
I'm gonna move forward a little bit.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna throw my dagger at it.
Okay. Throw your dagger.
Lodge it right in its skull.
8, 9, 10, 13.
Hits.
I don't have enough d4s. Ooh, good. Max damage. 7 piercing damage.
7. Okay. As it takes that, as the dagger goes and sticks sort of in its like low shoulder sort of chest area, it just goes.
I'm now engaged with this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna disengage and move back.
Okay. All right. After that, it is the rat's turn.
Endure.
Endure.
Must endure for one more, at least.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 to sprint there. Can't make an attack.
Soren's getting fucking
These are
rat
gonna.
catcher.
It's gonna rotate over because Ink hurt its mother.
Okay. That's a little heat off me.
So 1 at Isaac, 2 at Isabella, 1 at each of you. So
Oh boy,
We'll go
I
around
gotta
the
fucking
board.
hope I can.
Tank Izzy tank.
I gotta hold concentration.
Soren, Miss. 8. Natural 19.
Jesus.
Lovely.
You take 8 piercing damage.
We're having some Elise rolls tonight.
Okay, I'm now at 0.
You're
so-
at 0?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on the brink.
Fuck.
You are not. You are
Hey,
not.
Isaac.
When you are at exactly 0, you are not dying, but you have disadvantage on everything in your speed is reduced by 5.
Okay.
But you do not have to make death saving throws at this point right now.
Okay.
You're technically stable, but teetering as it bites and as it crawls up and it bites into your neck. It doesn't feel like it hurts at first, and then there's suddenly like a. I actually saw a preacher, one of those rattlesnake preachers, get bit in the head, like right here. He almost died, and the blood just sort of like. And that's kind of what you're experiencing. You feel okay at first, and then you start getting woozy and not looking great.
It's okay. At least I'm
You
in a really
want-
cleanly area for an open wound to
Natural
exist.
17, so 19 to hit.
How you
7
on that?
piercing damage.
Okay.
Still in the green.
Yeah.
Okay, and then 2 for Isabella. 10,
Miss.
14.
Glancing blow.
Glancing blow. Sheesh.
That means a concentration check would be a little easier.
So it just has to be a 10. So 9 subtracted to 4. 4 piercing damage.
Okay, and I rolled an 18 on
Okay, so you maintain concentration on the Witch Bolt, which is technically, we can call it something else if you want.
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm not looking too hot.
Mistress's Kiss. And, or something, I don't know. Whatever you want
Kiss
to call
bolt.
it. Big slurp. So you're all up after that round?
Yep, barely.
Wow, okay. So, Isabella,
Witch bolt.
Witch Bolt automatically hits because you're within range. So you just pump
10.
damage into that shit.
10 acid.
10 acid damage.
Yeah.
Isabella Baines, how would you like to do this?
I'm gonna actually, you know what? I'm gonna move forward. I don't want to run out of range of the rats, but I just want to be as close as I can.
Well, you're
So
going
in
to get
that
an opportunity attack here.
Is
There's-
it over there? I
there's-
can't see
Yeah,
it.
there's one right here. Yeah.
Okay, never mind then.
You're in range still.
And I'll stay there. I'll look at it and then just push everything into that channel between us and
Okay.
try to
And
bite
it's
into
like
it.
latched onto the side here,
Yeah.
and as you do,
I want to rip a chunk out of
as
it.
you do, there's this sort of like twisting to the black tendril as it goes like and squelches, and you hear the bone, you hear this terrible, and then like a whole chunk is ripped off and swallowed, and like just gore from this nasty rat mother as it's like a good like quarter of its chest is just sucked up and eaten by my mistress as the tendril snaps back, and she starts dying, and all the rats start to scatter, and
Carnage.
as they start to scatter, you hear from the top where that right above where its body is, where the light was coming down. You hear, "Oh no!"
Fucking rats.
And
Did they
Well-
steal?
we'll stop that, but as as it sort of quiets down a little bit, there's this very familiar voice. No! No! And then a rope ladder unfurls, and climbing down is Fritz, Chim, and a couple other of the rat gang. They don't seem to notice you really at first, because they're just like, what the fuck is going on? And this all took like 30 seconds as they move down. And Fritz drops down and then just touches her and like, no! No! Looks over and goes, oh, you killed her! Why are you here?
Did eating the chunk
And
make
then-
Mistress any less hungry?
And let's just say if you get a kill and it seems thematic, we'll give you some.
Alright.
He pulls out like a rickety like Derringer type pistol and goes, "What are you doing?"
I know this is jammed, but he doesn't. So
Yeah.
Ink, while holding the bleeding wound, is gonna be like, "Oh God, hold on, hold on,
Ink!
hello, oh God,
It's them!
Can I go fix ink?
There's like sort of a standoff thing happening here.
I'm gonna take steps.
You start to stay, and you go, "Stop! Stop it!"
Stop! Please we can discuss
Can
this.
we put the guns down?
Yes.
I will put my gun down if you put your gun down and allow him to stop the bleeding from
Both
my
of you
neck.
make persuasion checks. He's mad, seething. His eye patch, face, his. You see the scars.
Oh, 24.
And while you're standing there, you also notice that Derringer's brand new. Brand new.
Okay.
9.
9. He's
24.
not really listening to you, but goes. Thinking about the possibility of further violence, looking at your condition, realizing he might not make it out specifically, but they might win. Lowers the pistol, but doesn't approach.
I'll do the
Nods at
same.
you and basically goes, "Go ahead."
Let me go fix ink.
Okay, so you walk over and you can take an action, use a charge of the thing, and that brings you to 1 hit point from 0. Technically, you can only stabilize or bring to 1 hit, but you can't actually heal
Yeah,
with that.
Of course.
But
But it's better than being in the cycle.
yes, yes. So you are brought to a stable 1 hit point.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Why would you kill the mother?
Well,
In
tried to kill
fairness-
us.
What are you doing?
She
attacked
attacked
us
us first.
Why are you down here?
Technically, what are you doing with such a nice gun? I do not believe that you can afford such a thing typically, and we were following tracks down
They're
here.
thieves. That makes perfect sense.
They're not very good
You
thieves.
see Chim in his large, sort of more bulbous rat form sort of whisper in the ear of Fritz. I bought it.
Where did you get the money to buy it?
From work!
What work? What job do you have?
None of your business. It's a 9. You suss out there's some.
Well,
You can kind of see where this is going. You have evidence.
we
They don't know that about,
we
but
did
they.
follow some
but you could see-
grooves here.
You can see
so-
that they're sort of like, fuck. You can see that sort of like,
We followed a trail that was coming from our.
warehouse.
I told you not to drag it!
Seems like
Sorry.
something was stolen from our warehouse.
No.
It was definitely.
It wasn't your
stolen.
warehouse when we stole it.
Okay, so you did
Not that
steal.
we stole it!
You stole.
So you
You
stole it.
distracted.
What did you steal?
Jim's like, what are you doing? Ah!
It's very important.
There's a very dangerous man looking for it.
You killed her! I didn't kill anything of yours.
Well,
It
it
almost
tried
killed
to kill
us.
us first, so
I didn't just simply try to...
you think it would listen
How
to
would we?
words?
It's the giant rat. Look, we are sorry.
She's just hungry!
Perhaps you should feed her then.
I do! And you look around at this point, you notice none of you tried to take stock of the space. You do see, like, there's some like, especially in the sewer area, in that center area, where it looks like, almost like it's a makeshift nest. You see a lot of familiar wooden sticks.
Well,
Skewers
Maybe.
for meat logs.
you should seal off the entrances when you have things that are dangerous.
I did seal it! And he points to the sluice gate.
really
maybe a little better.
sealed.
To be fair, it wasn't very protected.
Anyway,
We just need whatever was taken, and we will be out of your fur, and you will never have to see us again. I assure you, I know we keep meeting in unfortunate situations since it's not fun.
And now you're thinking back. He was shitty the other day when you ran into him.
oh,
Like
yeah,
he had
was.
something on you.
Mm-hmm.
I know something is going on. You were clearly acting strange the last we met. So explain to us what is happening so we can get a better
We
price.
sold it! We sold it! It's gone!
Who did you sell it to? And what was it?
When you say who did you sell it to, his fur on the back of his neck sort of like sticks, and he sort of looks at the others,
Well,
and they sort of like shake their head. Like,
We-
we can't say.
we can assure you we won't tell anyone. It's just very important.
Would you like to end
Roll
up
persuasion
like your other rat friend?
Roll intimidation check.
Oh, my persuasion's a dirty 20.
Intimidation.
The twins, good cop, evil cop.
22. I'm covered in the
AK.
blood of their mother.
As they're sort
Black
of that,
ooze dripping out of my cracked face.
the last crunch of mother's like breastbone. Like
Cause I'm fucked up. I've got
Yeah.
cracks
Oh,
and
yeah.
ooze dripping
you can see
out
out of the
me and,
cracks. Mistress has filled in some of them, and so it looks like she bleeds black ooze.
That's nightmarish.
And it's like shattered and discordant because of the porcelain. I love that you just slipped into whatever fucking crazy eyes face she makes. Okay, so with the persuasion and the intimidation at the same exact time.
You clean up in here. Jim, come with me.
Okay. You sort of walk over towards the sluice gate, pulling you over, and you go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The tension seems to lower a little bit. They don't want the smoke right now.
You don't want to give it to them. huh?
like it seems pretty obvious that like, okay, we had our violence, let's try to not make this go. They've never been. You've gotten into scraps, but Rat Gang is not trying to murder folks. Usually they do, but like, they're capable, but
They're primarily thieves.
they're
and-
thieves. They don't need to be having all the fucking attention of people dying in the sewers all the time.
We're not supposed to talk about it. Not up here. We're not even supposed to mention his name above ground.
Above ground?
Well, we're below ground
Yeah.
right now.
We're below ground.
We're still above.
There is ground above us.
You're not from here. We're high up.
Are you talking about the pit?
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
The Rat Gang does some things.
Oh, what was
We're
it?
not just
I believe you.
disorganized.
No?
Doesn't
You
seem
give
like
us
it.
respect up there. I know you do. Even if I don't like you.
Not until you earn it.
Down here in the sewers, it's where we rule. It's our city here.
Okay, so just climb the ladder and then you're not reeling anymore.
You've not been to the Undercity. It's much worse than here.
You're not telling us what we asked.
Looks over at Chim. And
It's
Chim
all
sort of
right.
goes,
We really won't tell anyone.
You must swear, or both our lives would be in danger.
Absolutely.
Sure.
gets really close, scared to whisper this to you. But you all gather around, whispers.
We sold it to the Gloom Broker.
Gunbroker. Interesting. Okay. And what was it that you sold?
Not sure. It was a box. Something inside of it. Seemed like something the Gloombroker would like. It's the last time we'll be saying that name.
Okay, well,
This individual, do you know where we might find them?
You'd have to go down.
To the
I presume
Undercity.
to the Undercity.
about how far?
You can't go the way we go. Vrak would never allow non-rats to walk through our sewers and gain access to the long way down. No, that's why we guard these. You'd have to fight your way through an army of us to get access through the sewers. No, you'll have to do it your own way. But if you get down there and you ask around, you see, the powers that be above, they pretend to be in charge of us when we go down. It's untamed. No rules, no matter how much they charge. You go down there, you're in a new world. You don't mention the names, or it won't be just what's below that you have to worry about. It'll be your fellow Delvers.
How would we...
Secrets we keep from them. And, well, not for nothing, but there are stories of him snatching up those who tell his secrets.
Better watch your back then.
If you divulge that I said it, well, you would be just as culpable. We don't have it. We saw a score, it was easy, and we did it.
So you
How
never,
long ago?
you never looked into the box.
Of course we looked at the box, couldn't get it open. So the thing,
How long?
very much like this.
How long ago?
Well, you had all skipped town. I thought you were leaving. Smart, but you
Just a
came
couple
back.
days.
How does one typically get in contact with this individual once in the Undercity? You certainly got in contact somehow to sell,
We have contacts. You'd have to forge your own.
or you could tell us some of yours.
No. That would get me killed by my boss. So, it would make no difference. Your threats mean nothing.
Seems like you guys make a lot of deals that end in your deaths if you speak
How
wrong.
the city works. And all three of them.
3.
Different
Levels?
layers.
Yes, the city you operate in, the city we operate in, and below. You know what I know now. I suggest just finding your own way. Again, you cannot ask about this above ground. If you do, you will be in great danger.
Then how do we find our way to the Undercity? We need to get there. We need that
Oh.
object.
Do not tell them that you are searching for such a thing, and do it on your own time while you're doing another thing. That's how everyone else does.
So there are passages to the Undercity from the long way down.
One and the same.
Well,
Okay.
just have another reason, I guess.
Do you mind if we use your ladder to go up and get out of here?
And into my home.
It'll be very quick.
We'll just go through wherever the door is. We just don't
You'd
want
have
to
to
go.
pay the toll.
How much?
2 gold each.
No.
Yeah, I'd rather go the other way, honestly. It wasn't that long.
If you can recall the way to get back.
We can. There's literally a trail.
Yeah.
You left.
I told you to pick it up!
That would just
1
take
gold
us longer, but
each.
Does anyone have
You
gold?
killed my fucking pet!
Does anyone have gold on them? I
I'll
only
eat
have
the
20
rest of it if you want it disposed of.
You bitch.
Perhaps you should let us go before Mistress gets hungry. It would
Fritz
be a
will remember
shame.
this.
It would be a shame if you ended up like your friend that got consumed in one bite.
You already said that. He's already scared of that.
Literally, the goo killed his friend and his pet.
He's coming for him.
Whatever do. I want to walk back through the shit.
We did kill his pet.
He tried to kill us. I'm pretty sure if
You
someone
didn't
tried
feed
to...
her!
How are we
Consider it the
supposed to
price for the
know?
meal.
You weren't supposed to break into my home anyway!
Well, you broke into ours.
well,
But I didn't kill your pet and it wasn't your home when I did it.
So wait, you own the sewers?
Well, what's in that box might be alive. So technically,
Do you own the warehouse?
Yes.
Technically,
No, you do
We're
not.
renting to him.
We know your deal. Lots of people have
Yes,
seen.
but you don't rent and pay for the sewers, so technically it's not your home.
Yes, I do.
Do you?
It's controlled by Boss Vrack.
The sewers.
Am I misremembering, or did he want to speak to me at some point? Or was it the mouse guy?
I'll pay you 2
Doesn't
gold for
happen
the
early
price of
on,
your
like
pet.
right after your friend was eaten. I don't remember. It's been a busy couple of weeks.
If you want to talk to Vrack, that is something that you can try to arrange. What for?
I thought he wanted to talk to me, but I might be misremembering.
I was... Talk to you is strong. Interested in your dealings with this new group, but... What are you doing?
That's none of your business.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
We could maybe
We are
tell you,
good
but
friends.
It doesn't seem
you're
like it.
charging us a fee to walk through
We
your
have
home.
pointed guns at each other
We have
often.
bonded.
Okay. Interesting
I've
concept.
known you for many years.
That
I have
is
not known you to work with such... No offense. Amateurs. I don't mean to offend you, but you are not criminals.
I assure you they are
This
more
one.
competent than you are at this.
I once saw this one. Drunkenly. Shit. Publicly.
We read about that,
It's
yeah.
not very hard to do.
We did see her
I saw
arrest
the-
records.
Yeah.
It was a crazy night. It's when I lost this. You can't leave a mark on someone like that without bonding a bit. There's shared respect here.
You feel safe.
This is how we act down here. Dignified.
So you charge your friends to go through your home?
We do not charge members of the rat gang, but I'm sorry, none of you seem to be members.
Oh, by the way, since this was on the way anyway, I did not know if this had any significance, and I'll show the ring with the rat on it that I found.
It is cute.
You don't know anything of this?
No, are you making a joke because it is a rat thing? I should know about it?
It was on the way to your home!
Might be a little racist.
A little.
I get called cat often, okay? If anything, this is retaliatory for all the
I
cat
think that makes
stuff.
It okay to be racist.
No, I don't know about it.
Okay, thank you.
This
for
is
your
yours. You find trash down here, you can keep it. I don't
It was just strangely not. It seemed like it had been down here for a while, but wasn't damaged. I thought it was odd. It was next
Trade
to.
you for passage?
No, absolutely not.
No, I would like the ring.
1 gold each.
Seriously, does anyone have gold? I just want to leave and clean.
I only have platinum at the moment.
Anyone have gold? I only have platinum as well.
I can make change.
Yeah.
I will. Oh. Thank you as well.
I apologize for what I'm about to do, but I do not want to lose this, and I'm going to walk up to the the pet, and pull out my dagger that's stuck in it. Wipe it off and put it
You hear a little like,
Maybe put sign, beware of rat.
Actually, that's a pretty good idea.
In
it's
common.
sewers. You beware of all the rats all the time.
Yeah, but
Beware
Very
of large.
small rats.
Beware of large.
Yes, beware of large rats in sewer. This is not the only one. You think this is the only large rat? All
I've
right.
never seen a large rat like this before.
So you can find another one.
Go upstairs. Rope ladder is there.
We appreciate it. Sorry for the killing your pet.
You get up into there, and it is basically what would be considered sort of like a maintenance area that would be a staging area for any sort of necessary repairs or anything. It has like the old workings of like pressure valves and things like that, and it basically looks like a 20 by 20 sort of living space. There's a table that's been reclaimed from some sort of like one of those large spools that have like copper wire wrapped around them. Tipped on its side, there's boxes for chairs. It seems like they've been playing games. There's a dagger stuck in the top. There are crates and crates of like salvage and just random shit. It's loosely organized. It looks like, oh, here's like machiny looking things. Here's shiny stuff. Here's glass. And then it sort of gets discordant over time. It's decorated in many of the reclaimed things. Like there's old like posters from like the city that have been washed down to the sewers. There's like dolls, and there's a few there's an area where there's like 4 skulls, 3 of which are human and 1 of which is a rat, that are just sort of stacked up, and they've been painted on, and there's like one of them has like essentially googly eyes inside of it. It seems like they at one point decorated with that sort of macabrely. There's a big, definitely stolen, probably recently like crate of like wine that they took from a local bar or something, and it has just been cracked open. There's a crowbar sitting next to it. Several of them are open. You actually see one of the rats that didn't come down. As you walk in here, there's about 6 others, so a total of like 10 other rat individuals, all like looking at you and giving you kind of this like scoffing look. And Fritz sort of goes, "It's fine. They're passing through. They paid." It's a messy place down here, kind of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles hideout in that one movie. Is that the 3rd one? They had it forever, but they had like a really badass one in there's like a train or something at one point. I think it's the time travel movie. Anyway, that stupid time travel movie. But it's not like nice down here, but it's surprisingly not as like gross as you might have thought it would be. It's a little organized in space. You see.
a rack where they have several of the different reclaimed weapons and things like that. And then there's a little bit of a hallway that you're guided through. There's several doors. There are those big, like, almost like submarine doors where they're locked, and they have the big thing that would. Those are locked. There's a as you curl around, there's one big rat that sits there with a sawed-off shotgun, single barrel. Here, he's just snoring. And you see, like, the leftover bits of, like, crumbs and some sort of, like, oily substance on the what used to be a nice clean shirt but hasn't been washed in some time. It has this sort of, like, ombre of stain down the center of it.
God, this place is gross.
He has, like, this big fat leather belt that holds his belly in a little bit.
4-stam leather belt.
And he sort of is awoken as you walk by with a and points the gun. And then Fritz goes, "Stop!" "Sorry." And he just sort of leans back and sort of looks at all of you. And then there's the door, and Fritz opens it up, and it opens up into a bit more of a service tunnel that seems to have street access. And he goes, "All right, climb through there." And it's just a storm drain where you kind of just walk up into the street, crawl up into the street under a sidewalk.
All
Sounds
right,
great.
let's do it.
Sorry for the inconvenience. I hope next time we meet it is under less.
We'll probably just stop talking.
You're not wrong. Bye.
Turns around and shuts the door. And
To
locking
be
it into
fair,
place
they
with a
did
shoom.
steal something that wasn't theirs.
I don't disagree, but we did kill their pet, which is
Well-
like,
You tried to kill us. They would have done the same.
I don't know, it feels like something the Silvers would do. I don't know, I don't like killing pets.
I don't think we need to morally justify self-defense. It sucks for them.
Sucks.
Their pet's dead.
Right, we stood our ground.
It doesn't really bother me.
That's always morally correct.
Actually, it doesn't bother me at all, so I'm ready to move on.
As you look up and you do see, while it was a misty gray sky, it still is, but there's plenty of light in here as the light of the day, and you can see people's feet as they walk by.
Get the fuck out of here. It's like
You can hear
wash.
the.
Disgusting.
We
Let's
should get back to the clan.
Yes.
I would like to go-
prestidigitate ourselves so we don't draw too much attention, being covered in shit and muck, and then
I do only have
Get
my
outta here.
bloomers.
you
A
didn't
little
bring
awkward.
pants.
Just gonna take my jacket.
Or
Tied around my waist.
otherwise I have a poncho.
Alright, let's prestidigitate.
Okay. I'll say each of you make an Arcana check. Or let's call it a spell attack. That's whatever. Call it a spell attack. We'll just see how well you
15.
guys are able to do this
Nat
before it
20.
just is like, we
So
gotta get
26.
going. How much?
15.
15? You're decent. It's not going to replace a shower or bath or whatever, but you get the I would notice you if you just walked by and I wasn't even paying attention sort of vibe, where if someone sort of pays attention, it's like, were you just crawling in shit? But it doesn't like smell that bad
It's the
anymore.
first
It's
time
really
I have to
cool.
Yes,
take
we
a bath
were.
in some time.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you can see the gap with the storm drain's about 5 feet wide, about maybe 2.5, 3 feet tall, just enough for you guys to squeeze your frames through if you want. But there are people walking. You just want to get out.
Just climb out
straight to the. I'm
like
not even
we're
gonna fucking
normal.
care. I'm just going straight to the clam.
Clam, death.
You walk out.
Prestidigitate on the way.
You as you crawl out, there is a moment of like gasps, and then you hear like the sounds of a group of like what seem to be adolescents laughing as you crawl out, and you're very near the chip markets, not in it, but
Oh,
like near enough.
If I hear kids laughing, I'm looking over with my cracked as fucked face.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
looking
So
at
so
them.
so you crawl out, and then they're
Just-
like, "What?" You can hear them sort of like joking with each other, like, "What the fuck is happening here? What, we got sewer folks in the city now?" And they're like, sort of sitting around drinking, and then you pop out, and you go like,
Yeah.
and they go, "Fuck!" and you crawl out, and people are sort of looking, and you guys are just sort of like matter-of-factly like
Yeah. Dripping.
looking
oozing,
annoyed and just
fucking
like fucking done.
shit.
And you just start walking away.
Yep.
No one like calls the cops on you or
Straight to the
anything. You're just
crime.
like, and you hear people murmuring for a little bit as you walk out of that space. Like busy city streets. There's some bodegas around and cars going by. And in fact,
You
as
just walk with
as you get up and
determination.
you go, there's sort of that like skirting around you as they almost run over you a little bit, or at least they're scared they're going to, and there's sort of like a wah wah of like the weird honking horns of these three-wheeled sort of taxis. And where the fuck you going? What the fuck?
Just in New York.
Yeah. And so
Bang on the hood. I'm walking here.
you make your way up out of the sewers, and you head
to the clam.
To the
to the
Clam.
clam.
Bath.
I'm gonna stop.
I'm gonna walk when we get there. I'm gonna walk and be like, I'll pay you when I'm done. I'm just gonna go straight to a
Okay, so you
fucking
open the
shower.
door.
I'll
and
go
he goes,
last.
Oh, hey, y'all. And you cut him off. I'll pay you when I'm done. You just walk by, and he goes, oh.
I will sit in the.
I assume there's
I will sit in
multiple.
All right, yeah, quick.
Are there multiple showers?
What happened? There are two baths.
Two baths.
Yeah.
So you'll
I
have to
will.
rotate.
I'll wait.
I'm gonna go first.
Yeah.
Just sit
Yeah.
there. And,
You get up there and you get.
We
in
like to flip a coin for who gets to
Is
bathe
it like a?
first.
It's like a
It's got
shower
plumbing.
and a tub?
You
No,
go
it's just a-
first.
it's
I'm
just
going
a
to go
tub.
out.
Combined.
It
Okay.
doesn't
Okay.
have a shower.
Okay.
It is a tub, like a
there a
claw
sink?
foot. You can tell actually when you get in here. This place used to be maybe a little bit nicer, but in its day, but it's not been updated
Is there a
in
sink?
some years. Decor outdated on the bingo. What?
Sink?
There's a sink. Yeah,
Okay.
there's like a
I'm
basin.
gonna like. You know how you have like that little pulley thing to block it? I'm gonna fill it up with water and soak my clothes in it.
True.
while
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
taking
yeah,
a bath.
Yeah, okay, smart.
Put some soap in there and kind of mix it up a little
So
bit.
you're up there. Who's next? You're up there. So the two of you, as you two get clean and
She's also gonna unjam her gun and reload it while we're in
sure.
here.
So you take the time. Shit was clogged up in there when you got sucked down in there, and it just like you literally have to go like and like blow it out and sort of like shake it around the water a little bit and dry it. And you take it apart and you get it all taken care of. The two of you sit down at the bar, just sort of dejected.
actually, Isabella looks totally unbothered,
Well, you don't look bothered.
but
He smells like shit.
I'm just
yeah.
I'm imagining he's not happy.
No. In fact, I'm going to run over to the warehouse, grab this,
Okay.
I respect it.
and then I'll just
going to
come
take
back.
some-
I guess that's our
Work
day then.
getting
We
this
just
out
go
of
through
my
the sewers.
We just got covered in shit and then.
It's only like lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a little afternoon cap.
Uh huh.
He sits there.
Isabella's
Do you
kind
have
of like,
a plumbing problem? Across the street?
oh, we crawled through a hole underneath our warehouse, and it turns out it led to the sewers, and then we came up out of the street.
You went down into the
Afterwards.
toilet?
No, it wasn't a toilet. We don't have a toilet.
Oh, that explains why
get
you
one.
come in here.
Yeah.
So, oh.
Yeah.
We do appreciate that.
We could probably install it. I mean, I guess I'm not in the room. Never mind.
Yeah,
In
you're
the
not-
back of the fucking.
We can
you-
install.
Every
a
time you
toilet
gotta
there.
shit, you gotta belly crawl through a safe.
No, we can just get some. There's already a thing
Knock
with the
out the
sewers, so
wall
get
and
some
build the
plumbing hooked
fucking-
up.
We don't
Plumbing.
even need plumbing. You just crawl down the hole with your head facing the hole, and you
and
just
then shit down
into
the hole,
the
and
fucking.
then you gotta climb.
Yeah,
Gotta
and you just
climb
climb
back
back up
before you
real
wipe
quick.
up and clean
Yeah.
up. But at
so
least you don't
glad-
have to flush.
So glad I don't have to poop in this
I do
campaign.
think we should get running water, though.
I don't disagree.
We do like to role play individual shits. So.
Yeah.
Okay, in our other campaign, we literally roleplayed that our fucking barbarian would dig a latrine at every camp.
That was
okay?
his choice.
That was his choice. His flavor.
I never brought up the poop. He did. He's like, hey, you gotta dig it or where are we gonna shit? So he dug it.
Not wrong.
So, spend some time. Ink comes back down. Your clothes relatively clean. It's not gonna the funk is still there a little bit. It's not gonna like get out necessarily
She does
for a little bit.
She has her jacket off,
Yeah.
kind of like it'll get. I'll ask
And
more
I should be
prestidigitation
able
later.
to-
And you got that
Take
little
care
bit
of
of
that later.
floof
Yeah.
as your
Aw.
It's kind of awkward. Isaac, I might need some assistance with repairs and getting my joints
Not
cleaned.
awkward. Yeah, it's not a problem.
Okay. So you head up, and it's not that bad. Like Mistress can sort of like help, and
Yeah.
she gets in the nooks and crannies and stuff. Mostly what it is there's several like plates and things that need to be sort of like taken care of. Again, with the natural magic of this, they do heal naturally over time with sort of like a passive mending that is just reflected in your short rest and long rest. Yeah, Isaac is able to. There's specifically a couple of places on your leg where you got bit up. Some of the joints are a little caked up, and so you get in there and you start cleaning up, and it's not that bad. You all get cleaned up as well.
I'm gonna order a drink.
Yeah,
Since we're here.
Sea Dog, as you walk down, wordlessly slides you whatever is your normal. I'm
Vodka.
assuming vodka. Yeah, your normal vodka drink, 2 fingers of it, and just sort of sets it down. So you crawled in the toilet.
It was not toilet. There was a hole in the back of our basement, and we went down the hole. It's not toilet. And then it went down into the sewer, and we followed tracks because something may have been stolen from us.
not like. It's more like toilet in spirit.
It was a tunnel. It was a tunnel that we went through instead of
What was
poop.
it filled with?
At the end, it was the sewer, but before that, it was dirt.
I mean, it's just a normal tunnel. Oh, wow.
How much for the bath and the vodka?
Vodka is a gold. Or no, I'm sorry. Vodka is a silver. Bath is a gold.
I only have a platinum. Can I get change, please?
Yes. Are you paying for everybody or just yourself?
I'll pay for everyone. Fuck it.
Okay.
Okay, so.
You need to do something about that wire. Every time you move, you
Yeah.
Why
hit it.
are you hitting it? It's not even in your space.
I was reaching over to get the bowl.
The what?
The
Money ball?
Money ball.
It was on the PC? Oh, okay.
We need to make room for
I
the.
can fix it
bathroom.
after.
I see,
I'll
I
fix
see,
it
I see.
after.
Just,
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
take
fine.
it. Take it.
I'll fix it after.
It's just loose.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll fix it.
And
Take 2
he's going
seconds.
to give this back to you and be like,
Drinks on me.
I appreciate that. I will be. We will keep coming in. We will. I
Thank you.
I think based on what we will be doing, I'll probably need more baths too. Anyway, so.
Luckily, we have other sets of clothes, so I'm gonna retrieve that for me and Isaac, so we have fresh clothes to wear
okay.
once we are done.
All right.
And I'm going to have my unseen servant launder my clothes while I'm bathing and doing opium.
Okay, he just rubbing them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to launder our clothes as well.
Okay. As
The
you do
shitty
so,
ones.
you used 1 spell slot?
I
Or did you
used
use
to.
2? Used 2.
Yeah.
Little rumble and the tumbly for your LR here. You all get short rest for bathing.
I'm going to ask. Okay. Why can't I think of the bartender's name?
Sea Dog.
Sea Dog.
Cedo.
Would you happen to know anywhere, where I can get raw meat or livestock or something?
I got raw meat in the back. How much you need?
A lot?
Unseasoned, preferably. Reminding her that.
Is this like a thing you're gonna need?
She's trying to learn how to
Yes.
cook, so it would be helpful. I'll pay you for it, of course.
Yeah, if you want to come in here and buy some uncooked meat.
Yes.
He's already seen the fucking goo dripping out of my face.
Oh yeah, he's neutral. He doesn't want to ask questions.
he's a neutral guy.
This is what it's about. He does not. He's just sort of interested in your individual stories, not your bullshit. So you got some bullshit. He sees your bullshit. Not
Don't
gonna
care.
ask about it. If you want to tell him about
We'll
it,
pay you
cool.
for it.
Of course. It basically just costs the amount of like basic food for you.
Okay, so how much would that be?
Whatever basic food is,
I
guys.
don't know what that is because I don't have the food rules.
Food rules.
I was not given those because I do not. Because she's just gonna fucking eat it right there.
Basic food is 2 silver.
Okay.
So 2 silver.
I hand over 2 silver, and immediately, as soon as the money's in his hands, I'm just gonna
Like
let
with the
Mistress
mouth or with
fucking
the
go.
hands? Are you gonna fake it and put it up to your mouth?
No, I'm not gonna fake it with the hand. Just let Mistress's fucking maw come
Okay,
out.
so he brings over a serving basically of just raw, like it looks like chunks of beef or something, probably for a stew. To the people who eat that, it doesn't look terribly good. It's not like off or anything, but it doesn't look like a good cut of meat. It looks like very cheap. And he sort of gives it to you on like a tin plate. Just like that. He says just like that, and you go. And he goes,
Sorry about that. She was very hungry. Even after a bite of rat.
I've seen weirder shit. And he takes the tin, and he walks it, and you hear a little cling cling as it goes into the sink. And you all sit there at the bar of the nagging clam.
Is she satiated
Yeah.
now?
Basically, yeah. So for every spell slot you use, basically it's 1.
Yeah.
Plus I gave you 1 for the kill. So
Yeah.
do you also get drinks? The other 2?
Yeah.
What's he hand you? Whiskey?
Whiskey.
Hand you 2 fingers of whiskey for free.
You would be a whiskey guy.
Vodka makes a lot of sense. Other stuff
Fancy
makes
drink.
sense.
Yeah, I'll probably.
There also
Whiskey on the
like a sake equivalent would be probably in your palate since you traveled.
Yeah.
Obviously beer. If you don't want an alcoholic drink, that's cool too.
Well, I'll probably come down a good bit later than the others, but yeah, I'll take just vodkas.
Okay.
That's good.
So you spend soaking, and it did feel good to relieve and inflict that on something else.
Well, on the plus side, you guys got a bath.
I don't disagree.
You sit there. Are you still at 1 hit point? You got a short rest. did
I
you
got a
roll?
short rest. I did my hit deck.
Oh yeah, let me roll mine.
So you're like feeling a little bit better as you patch yourselves up a little bit. You the very crude bandages is basically like a sticky thing bandage that he was able to put on there. It seems to have started to seal up, but as you pull off the tape, you can feel it start to separate on you a little bit. So you take some extra time.
You just gotta go for
Yeah,
it.
you take some extra time and you wrap it up, and your injuries are starting to heal. You sit there at lunchtime in the nagging clam as half a dozen other people are there.
Okay, so I guess next step is going down.
I have to find some way down there.
That's what I'm thinking.
Following the path of an Ebon Falls Delver, huh?
It's the plan, I think.
Yes.
Takes the liberty of filling up all your other drinks one
Thank
more time. Slides them over.
Do you know anything about an Undercity?
Yeah. But I'm neutral. So, enjoy those drinks. I hope to see you back to have more. And if I don't, well,
We'll be back.
hope your adventures down there were fun until the bitter end.
Thank you.
We'll be back.
We'll be back, though.
Yeah.
Do people come in and say that all the time and
Of
then they
course
don't
they
come
do.
back?
Of course.
Regularly.
It feels like the kind of thing.
If you look around, you don't see many familiar faces.
Yeah.
Not a lot of regulars,
I've got a feeling
except for
it'll
the
be
workmen.
a bit different with us.
At the very least, don't remember us for the shit story. Remember us for the
I'm
good
not
old
gonna
days.
forget the shit story.
Eh,
That's all right.
That's fair.
Hopefully we'll have better stories.
He pours himself one and puts his glass forward and clinks you all.
That's a cheer.
And he sets it down.
Just don't involve me in your bullshit. Don't care.
Sounds good.
I like you guys, though.
We like you too.
Thanks, Poncho.
And so, with a new goal in mind, it's at that time.
About that time.
It's nap time.
Looks like next time, this crew is
Going into the hole.
headed officially, if you can find a sponsor, into the long way down. I'm pretty fucking excited.
Are we
I
gonna start
believe that
next time
we-
on the next day, or are we gonna start here at midday?
It depends on what you guys want to do. You guys can take a long rest today and chill. You can spend the rest of your day trying to search down
Ooh,
stuff. It
you
depends
know
on
what we
what you.
should do? We should schedule another insight check.
We should schedule another insight check. What's a good day for the two of you?
I can't do next Wednesday, the 16th, but otherwise any evening.
Any day other than the 16th?
Tuesdays.
It's just
Thursdays.
online. You don't have to show up here.
I know.
Yeah.
Probably not Tuesday. Well, probably not Tuesday because that's my big stream day.
Yeah, we bro day.
That's
Oh, fair. So other than that, I should be good. My birthday's Saturday, but we're not doing it until next week anyway.
All right,
I
I'll
assume.
coordinate with Harv and we'll see what happens.
Okay.
All right. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to seeing what you guys say as we get here. This is this to me was like, now we're stepping into it, and you
It's
guys.
like we're finding our identity.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you guys are, and I don't know what it is, but I like it. I don't know what this team's goals are really. I know what their immediate goals are. I don't know what it ends up being, but I'm very intrigued. I'm interested. Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out. We love your faces. Come on back 6 p.m. next Thursday for more of the good stuff.
I go sleep now.
And Sarah goes to sleep now. All right. Have a wonderful evening. And the hammer.